30 Southwood Max number 8 at $3.10, and let us hold on number 2 $2.80, 4-8 Quinella $28, 482 Trifecta $224.50, first 44823 $1,649 even. Wrapping up the third from Bendigo. Staying with Greyhound racing, we return to Hattrick Raceway. Dogs on the track for the next race, number 4. First Security for the Class 2 sprinters. The favourite is Missing Allegro. Has picked up 4 seconds in the last 5 starts, looking for that well-deserved win. Gets a better draw. Has had a couple of squeeze draws and a wide draw lately, Missing Allegro. And favourite 270, both for tote and a final field. Nero, 380 and 145, looking to bounce back to form tonight. To Nero, 4. Bill Hodgson, $4 and $1.50. And support 2 around Allegro, all go. And Opawa Tomo for Nathan Newdy around that $6.50 and $1.95 mark. As we come back to you, Rozzo, and Nero on the downgrade last time there on Monday at the Manawa 2, and just finding a bit of bad luck, but looking to go one better second up on the downgrade.
Yeah, look, Daryl, he was unlucky, and he gave me the impression that he was about ready to strike again. Of course, the former Class 5. He was looming up on the corner. He was third in a handy spot, and Air Express gave him a good sideways swipe coming around the corner, which knocked him off balance. Now, he would have finished probably second or third. He probably wouldn't have got to smash Allegro. My concern with Nero is box 6, and especially being drawn inside Shelley McBell and Opawa Spice. So that's my concern, but I put him on top. Went 6, 5, 3 and 2. Did opt for the field in the quaddie because the field's drawn a bit upside down. Now, if I was nominating a lay of the night, it would definitely be Missing Allegro. I think she's massive unders here. She's had many chances to win in her last, I think it's 8 starts or 7 since she won. She won by a nose going back a while. And some of those seconds should have been wins, particularly 3 starts back where she led in a very slow race and she allowed a dog past her. She's drawn outside the 1 Big Fat Gypsy, who's going to run right out of the boxes and jumps okay too, Big Fat Gypsy, and it's going to head to the right, and there's going to be problems for Missing Allegro. So for me, it's hard to paint a scenario to back her anywhere near around the $3 mark, because I think she's going to need a lot of luck to get a decent run, and B, even if she gets a decent run, I still don't think she'll win. She might, but I think she's more likely to run in the money or not at all if the 1 really causes her problems, which I think it will. The 5 dog Opawa Tomo, put it in for second because he downgrades and because he's slow out, because I think there's going to be the rail here for something that's a bit slow. It's hard to see there not being trouble for something, if not most of the field, with Big Fat Gypsy drawn the 1. And it could be Opawa Tomo who's able to take advantage of that by being slow out and dropping to the rail. Last week was slow as usual, tried to push up. Sort of got hampered by a couple of dogs, Allegro Power and Homebush Olive, but finished very well. Tomo, a little bit more luck for him. As I say, off a slow beginning, I think that's his best option. Not that he knows that. The 3 Allegro All Go is an older half-sister to Missing Allegro, drawn next door in box 3. She's been out of box 3 the last couple. She's got off the lids twice well. Last week she let the winner through, that was Smash Allegro, and then she was wide on the corner, and that allowed Shelley McBell to get past as well. So she has had her chances, and she was up handy again the time before when she got checked, but I think she was checked because others were just going better than her at the time. Can she make one of her best beginnings and clear this dog, the inside Big Fat Gypsy? That's going to be the key to the race, who's not affected by the 1 easing out. Looking to their last start, 4th off box 4, Big Fat Gypsy. Jump sort of 2nd, 3rd, 4th, just staying in the centre track, and was just a fair run at best. She did have box 1 3 starts back. She began well and she ran straight out and caused a great deal of trouble, and it's hard to see that just not happening again. They are creatures of habit. Missing Allegro, well, I put in for 4th. As I say, I think she's in for trouble early, and if she's not, I'm still not sure about her winning. But because the field's drawn upside down, anything kind of could happen here. Shelley McBell, Power Spice, probably the wrong side of the tracks, but Luck. I think anything that wins here is going to need luck. To the traps, race 4, First Security Class 2, Big Fat Gypsy off the inside, Allegro All Go, Opawa Tomo, Shelley McBell. Second line is Missing Allegro, Homebush Messy, Nero, Opawa Spice. Missing Allegro is the favourite. And we're ready to run. It's race 4 on the card, nearly there. And a racing. Missing Allegro out fairly well, trying to hit off Big Fat Gypsy. Going forward was Shelley McBell. They'd be followed by Nero poking through the inside here. Allegro All Go. They'd be followed back in the piece here by Opawa Tomo, Homebush Messy. And one's been spacked towards the rear, and that's Opawa Spice. Round the corner, Missing Allegro allows Allegro All Go through the inside. Allegro All Go, I think, just from Missing Allegro, who balanced up and it's close. Followed through there by Nero. Next in there was Opawa Tomo and Shelley McBell. Followed back in the place there by Big Fat Gypsy. And Opawa Spice was well back with Homebush Messy. It's close between the half sisters. And they've only clocked in at around 18 here. And the 3's got it. The inside over the 2. Look, she's had every single chance again here, Missing Allegro. She's led and just allowed a dog through. 17.94. 10.90 run home. 3.265. Off the lids. She did a good thing here, Missing Allegro. She moved out as Big Fat Gypsy came out, and she managed to beat that. Shelley McBell came across, then bounced off the 1. It allowed Allegro All Go through. Now, Missing Allegro is 3 lengths in front of Allegro All Go here and should not be relinquishing that in a 17.94, but that is the way she has been racing. And so she bags another second. Allegro All Go by Premier Fantasy out of Hi-Fi Allegro for Gary and Sandra Fredrickson, and it's win 9 at start 37 as we head to Canberra here. Daryl, race number 5 on our card completes the quaddie at 6.17.
We'll be there, Rozzo, and well done to Gary and Sandra Fredrickson picking up the win with the 3. Allegro All Go got very close at the end. Missing Allegro is going to have to settle for another second ahead of Nero, going a much better race into 3rd. Making our way to Cambra here on Trackside 1 Friday. We did take in the first couple of races here on the channel, meeting 17 at race 5. And the favourite Locked the Doors at $1.95, $1.90 with the tote for this. This race is a rating 60 over 1,000 metres, and we'll kick off the quaddie at Cambra. And that quaddie pool quite small at this stage. We do have $10,000 up for grabs at Port Macquarie coming up at 6:05 over on Trackside 2. So one to look forward to, but the quaddie getting underway here at Canberra. Mitchell Manners has gone for the 1 to beat the 8 to Pixie Rose at $6, $1.80. Also we're putting in the 5 and the 2, 1, 8, 5 and 2. Race number 5 at Canberra. Still one race to go at Timaru, the last race not too far away from getting underway on Trackside 2. And after this race at Canberra, we are returning to Addington for race number 2 on the program. And joining Greg O'Connor on the back of this race from Canberra. Here's our result from Hat Trick. Allegro All Go $10.52.70. Missing Allegro $1.30. Nero $1.80. 2-3 Quinella $11.90. 3-2-6 $91.80. 3-2-6 and the 5 $344.50. That race are kicking off at treble. And also at 3rd leg of the quaddie, as they are all set to go at Canberra.
Set for dispatch here. Racing now. Pretty good line out. Lock the Doors, the favourite, left with them. Good speed from Pixie Rose. McLennan going up into a handy spot, and Cashenti not far away. When they settle down, it's Cashenti going through. Lock the Doors is right there with them, the favourite, and McLennan can't get in. He's 3 deep. Fashion Model just behind them from Pixie Rose. Then Bolivian Dash and Romlo is last. A bunch field before the turn. And with 600 left to travel, McLennan out wide pulled his way to the lead. He's a half in front of Cashenti. Lock the Doors on the rails. Then Pixie Rose, Fashion Model, Bolivian Dash, and Romlo is last straightening. 450 out. It's McLennan tracking out towards the centre of the track with Cashenti. Lock the Doors being felt for. Grace getting to work on the favourite, but he did respond. He goes through to join Cashenti, but no good thing at the moment, the favourite. Pixie Rose and Romlo are running on. 200 out. Cashenti and Lock the Doors. Bolivian Dash and Romlo are coming. I don't like the favourite. Romlo sprinted up in the centre of the track, and he surged to the lead, did Lomro. Romlo racing away, and he'll bolt in by 3 or 4 on the line to Pixie Rose. Photo for third. Fave might have missed the place here. Cashenti and Lock the Doors in a camera. Bolivian Dash next home. Then McLennan and Fashion Model has saw them all safely home.
Right down the very outside in the 10, Romlo, fresh up first run since April, and picking up win number 2. Win number 1 at Cambra. Brendan Ward in the saddle, and got it easily at the end there from the 8, Pixie Rose, and very close for that third placing. We're now time to get back to Addington now for race number 2, and this one coming up at around 6th, or shall I say, get the right meeting, 5:56, not too far away here, Greg.
Yeah, thanks very much for that, Daryl. Inside 4 minutes out from the first leg of our first quaddie here tonight. Barry Dent, Superannuation Consulting, of course. Barry, the chairman here at Addington Raceway. 370 Hey Yo in a decent battle, favouritism-wise, with Royal Shine. Won the book favourite, won the tote favourite. Several other chances. Destiny Jones clearly one of those. JCK was very good first up. And further down, Pyramid Magic to be driven by Matthew Williamson. A few moments ago, I caught up with him. Matthew, were to be a couple from your father's barn in this, but unfortunately just a minor hiccup with Springbank Eden.
Yeah, just he kicked or something overnight, just a wee bit of swelling, enough not to be here today, so he'll either be racing next week or the week after, just a minor.
One less for you to beat, and the horse that beat you last time, of course, but Pyramid Magic's racing really well.
Yeah, did right. He would have been one of the harder ones to beat, but he's racing in career best form, and owners wanted to give him a shot at Addington, so hopefully we'll get a line on whether he's up to it tonight.
Moving on to race number 5 in Alleyway. Plenty to like about his first up run for your stable.
Yeah, very good run, and they run a bit of time, so it was a good first up run, and hopefully he can bounce off the back of that and go good tonight.
You get an advantage of the handicap over your greatest rivals, I suppose, in this. Knowing your style of driving, I'm sure you'll be looking to take advantage of that.
Yeah, and he's probably one of the former sort of better horses in the race, so with a head start, he'll be racing handy to speed most of the way, and yeah, it should be a good chance.
You've got Group 1 form, therefore he should have the respect out there as well. We know what he did during Cup Week last year. Yeah,
well, you'd like to think so, and he's just got to find that form to be, very hard to beat for these horses, so you just got to hope that, his first up run was signs of coming back to that, so hopefully tonight he takes another step in that direction.
Last of your chances, of course, Boomer Bailey racing really well and behind a couple of fair horses its last couple.
Yeah, he's going super. Like the other day, he ran home 57 on the grass. You wouldn't think he'd get beat, but he's racing good every week and his steps are real good. So he's probably more of just a place chance in this company, but he's going good and he'll give an honest race.
So that is Matthew Williamson. This starts the quaddie, of course. We come up with a suggested way to play it with the withdrawal of Springbank Eden. You could probably go as wide as Destiny Jones, to be honest, in that first leg. So 3, 4, 5 with 1, 4 and 10. Cullen Moore drawn directly behind it. Of course, Mongolian Storm and Tiger Thompson's no slouch to that third leg. 3 on the Rantan. First standing start's a bit of a risk for a 3-year-old, but I hear he steps away very well at home. Ranfurly Rules racing really well and rummaged the same into that last leg, just alleyway and 1 over to Moon again. Pretty light in that leg, but we've done the same in pick 6, hoping that you will get a decent percentage of that. Inside a minute out from a start, race number 2 here, Mark McNamara. Haven't even mentioned the Leverage Gift. She was outstanding here first up, beating Hey Yo. Hey Yo, of course, meets that horse 10 metres better off. That might be the difference here.
I thought Royal Shine with a clear run was an absolute specialty, Greg. As close as he got in that run, he got sent sideways at the start, as you see the update on the KPC leaderboard. Heat number 9, Harambe.
They start with 500 marks, so they're about to kick in, I would imagine.
So there's a few of the teams anyway.
I see Anita Punt is here to have another go at it.
She is.
That'd be Anita, and of course Mark Stafford. I wonder if he's chaperoning again. No doubt we'll find out.
He's here. He's doing the sports show out of Christchurch tomorrow, so he's here.
Nice. He's definitely here. Rightio.
Harambe, good to see there, paying homage to the gorilla that got shot.
Very good, Mark. Yes, race number 2.
Yeah, well, Royal Shine, they want to be on it. If it steps and trots the whole way, well, It did enough to win almost last time after an enormous performance, but it's a trot we know. It's a good field. This shit's an even race. Hey Yo continues to race well. Believer's Gift fitter for the win, and Destiny Jones fitter for the fresh up third too. This is the second race. The running of the Barry Dent Superannuation Consulting Handicap Trot. Late scratching of Springbank Eden. And the 10 Jags Invasion is also withdrawn. Now, Lamb's about to head over to the tower for race number 2. Just tuned in, the feature races tonight. The Aldhurst Hotel Canterbury Park Trotting Cup at 7:28. And the Christian Cullen Canterbury Classic at 8:26. Just while we've got a second also. Hospitality packages for Cup Day are all but gone. We're down to about 2 or 3% remaining. That was yesterday, so it's less than that now. And if you pre-purchase your general admission tickets by the end of the month, you'll get about half price on what you'll pay on the day. Pretty sure they're $20. So addington.co.nz, a reminder for those cup tickets, because we're only about a month away. And both Lindauer Lawn and general admission have seen plenty of people take up the general admission cheaper offer by getting their tickets nice and early. But hospitality, spectators and the Lindauer mini marquees are very limited. Now Destiny Jones gets set, JCK comes up. Gee, this is a good field. I suppose it is a Premier night. Off now. Destiny Jones trotted away beautifully off the inside. Pyramid Magic's gone for a gallop out the back. Everybody else is away and trotting. Destiny Jones leads a length and a half, JCK. Hey Yo through the middle of the third, and 3 wide to Lever's Gift. Leads onto the back of Hey Yo. About 4 lengths to Aaron Chief, 2 or 3 lengths to Royal Shine. Trotting a little awkwardly at the first turn from Aria. Golden Gate's gone for a gallop. It's now 100 metres away, and a further, 50 metres away last of all is Pyramid Magic. Up the side towards the lap and 3/4, and Hey Yo's going to find the front shortly. It's about a length clear, now a length and a half over Destiny Jones and crosses down. JCK running third, Lelivra's Gift fourth, and a length and a half away fifth is Aaron Chief. Another 2 lengths to Royal Shine, and then came Aria, and tailed off the other pair, Golden Gate and also Pyramid Magic is where it's been retired from the race, Pyramid Magic. So they're travelling down the back at the lap and a half, and the leader is Destiny Jones now. Came out of the trail and went out and around Hey Yo. 2 lengths to JCK, 2 lengths to Lever's Gift, and 2 to Aaron Chief, 2.5 Royal Shine. 2 lengths Aria as they single file it and tailed off Golden Gate. Pyramid Magic is going again, but is basically taking no part in the race. So 16.50 to go. It's Destiny Jones and John Dunn by a length and a half, Hey Yo. JCK third, Lelivra's Gift fourth, and a length and a half away fifth, Aaron Chief from Royal Shine Aria, with Golden Gate and Pyramid Magic tailed right out of the race. The lead time 1:21.5, and Destiny Jones is getting a beautiful run in the van at the top of the lane. Hey Yo second, JCK third. Jimmy Curtin had a look over the right shoulder when he saw moves, and he came away from the inside with the Lelivra's Gift to park out around Aaron Chief. Royal Shine is the trotter on the back of Lelivra's Gift from Aria, and long gaps off to Golden Gate and Pyramid Magic with a round to go. Destiny Jones, second up for the campaign, the daughter of the Prez, leads a length and a half on Hey Yo. Lelivra's Gift third on the outer, JCK is fourth on the inner. Royal Shine next, one off the pegs with cover from Aaron Chief Aria, and a gap off to Golden Gate and a bigger gap off to Pyramid Magic. 31.8 for the first quarter, and with around 950 metres left to go. Up front, the Lelivra's Gift went up to join Destiny Jones, and Destiny Jones will hand the lead up to her. 1 length away third is Royal Shine from Hey Yo Aria, and then JCK and Aaron Chief as the pace goes on. Lelivra's Gift leads a length and a half. Royal Shine under a tight rein went up to the wheel now of the front runner. Destiny Jones third, Aria fourth, 3 wide Aaron Chief from Hey Yo and JCK. Second quarter 30.4, 62.2 for the half, and with near 500 metres left to go, it's the Lelivra's Gift by neck on Royal Shine. 2 lengths to Destiny Jones, waiting for the Terra to Love It Pineleaf Farm passing lane. Then came Aria, badly held up on the inside as Hey Yo. Lelivra's Gift and Royal Shine looking at each other in the eye. Neither driver overly urgent at the moment. 2 lengths Destiny Jones, and Hey Yo's getting into the clear. Third quarter 29.7. Lelivra's Gift ahead, Royal Shine. The battle continues. Then Destiny Jones and Hey Yo. Royal Shine's gone to the lead ahead. Lelivra's Gift. Hey Yo starting to wind up now. Royal Shine is getting swamped by Hey Yo, and Hey Yo's the one here. Hey Yo, and Robbie Holmes wins it. Has beaten home Royal Shine, Lelivra's Gift and Destiny Jones. Then Aria, JCK, Aaron Chief, and pulled up Pyramid Magic, and Golden Gate just coming around the last turn now. 3 Hey Yo, 5 Royal Shine, 4 Lelivra's Gift, 3, 5, 4. The mare by Revenue makes it 5 from 20, home in 28.4. 2 minutes, 0.3 for the last mile, and she spotted the lead pair about 4 lengths working into the clear just inside the quarter peg. She hasn't just won it, she's jogged it. Jack Harrington trains, Robbie Holmes the winning driver. Royal Shine went up to look, Lelivra's Gift in the eye. Both drivers got urgent almost simultaneously, and then Robbie's joined the party. And Destiny Jones, who trailed the speed, has run fourth. That's her go, Greg. Just tuck her away. She's a little bit Sunny Ruby-ish. If you can save her for one last run, she's got that very good turn of foot. 28.4 lead at a post, and she's run them down from about 4 off them.
Yeah, very well placed too by Jack Harrington. Of course, Robbie Holmes picks up the reins on a premier night tonight. The mare by Revenue out of Too Much to Do, owned by Mr. Harrington, Miss Ashley Mackay, and the Gold Star Racing number 1 syndicate. That's 5 from 20. More importantly, she won herself an Alabar Super Series final, and now she's won on a premier night. So stake-wise, she's doing an enormous job. That takes her close to $50,000 at just start number 20. Her place looked pretty precarious when Jim Curtin took over, going down the back the last time. But she's got the speed to get out of those situations, and she's done it again here.
Royal Shine, and third for Lelivra's Gift. Fourth has gone to 1 Destiny Jones from 11 Aya and 2 JCK. 3, 5, 4, 1, 11, 2. The margins 1 length, 3/4 of a length, 4 lengths, 1 length. Winner's time was 3:21.3, a mile rate of 2:04.6. The last 857.7, last 428.2.
And the 3 Hey Yo for Robbie Holmes has been knocking on the door, and today picking up the victory, taking out the first leg of the quaddie there at Addington. Making our way now to Alexandra Park for the first of 9 to be underway, and looking forward to this to step up at $3.40 with the book $4, $1.50, an Urban Tiger tote favourite at $3.30 and $133.50, $1.40. The first of 9 about to get underway. We get back on course to you, Craig Thompson. Hope your night goes well. Looking forward to your input throughout the night, and enjoy your evening.
Yeah, thanks, Dal. Enjoy your weekend. Our first here. Unfortunately, we've lost the pre-post favourite in the first, and Shadow Pass. He was a late scratching this morning. Understand nothing too serious, a stone bruise. So he came out, and that's really changed the market completely. This horse on screen at the moment is your favourite. Step Up was $9.80 last night on fixed odds, $3.40 now. There'll be huge deductions if you back this horse or any other horse prior to Shadow Pass coming out. Might get those deductions sent through to me if we can from the bookmakers. But yes, Shadow Pass out of race number 1 tonight has made it very, very open. There's Michael's best bet of the night, race 3 number 4 Accumulator. Hard to beat. We'll catch up with Zach Butcher prior to the second tonight. We'll get his thoughts about the Barry Purdon team and his drives as well tonight. I put Step Up on top. I thought his run, or her run, 2 starts ago behind He's Novak was great. And last start, you look at the book and think, well, 5th, that was just okay. But got to remember, that race was running 2:40. Acceptance won that race. The format of that race has been great. To the second row is a good draw for her. And I thought she paraded wonderfully well looking through the parade ring tonight. Number 10, Step Up on top for me. There's a result at Addington, race number 2 tonight. Hey Yo, 410, 170. Royal Shine for Dexter, 170. Lelivra's Gift, 190. Quinnella's 640. Trifecta 354, 65.80. First 4, 3541, $184.70. Completed the double, $9.50. And the concession 10 and 5, $4.10. That result's confirmed. They went 321 for the standing start, 2600. So 10 Step Up on top. Dangers. 4 Urban Tiger. Now with Pam Turner, James Stormont takes the drive. Off the scene since July, what I can tell you is had 2 workouts, both of them very good. He still looks like he's got a little bit of improvement left in him, but lovely horse, barrier 4, has gate speed if they want to use it. 4 Urban Tiger definitely in the mix. 7 Big Mac, he trialled up on Saturday. Lovely type. This one by Mac 3 for Logan Hollis. Outside gates, not great, but comes in 2 with scratchings, which is going to help you. Into barrier 5, 7 Big Mac. And I thought Tumo Casino is the best value in the race. Ben Butcher takes the drive for Stephen Reid. Horse has got ability. If the real one turned up tonight, can win race number 1 tonight. 10 on top to beat 4, 7 and 2. 10 on top to beat 4, 7 and 2. Good to see a lot of horses driven by junior drivers tonight. I think there's 34 runners tonight at Alexandra Park driven by junior drivers, with the concessions and the junior claims giving these younger fellas, girls and boys, a decent chance to get more drives. Aaron's numbers in the first, he's 4, 7 and 2. Urban Tiger on top for him. Stonewall Stud Drivers Challenge, I can tell you David Butcher is a $2.90 favourite over Zach Butcher at $3. Sean Grayling $4.80, Tony Hurley $8, Ben Butcher $18, Scott Phelan $18 and Brett Mangos $21. If you want to play into the Stonewall Stud Drivers Challenge, you can do that right now. Aaron, as I say, a very good evening to you. 9-race program here at the park tonight. A lot of interest in the Australian trotter here, Kai Valley Blur, and quite a good undercard.
Yeah, you did right there, Craig. A very good evening to you. Evening, everybody. Yeah, we've got some nice debutantes through our card here tonight as well, and you're really looking forward to the Australian Square Gator on his way to the Dominion Handicap, of course, through Cup Week there. Kai Valley Blur taking on some of our nice types. Good to have the Grey Idle Bones back in the country there as well. He mixed his form in Australia. He won a few across there. He's back with Brent Mangos. He'll take his place in the feature trot tonight at 8:37. Urban Tiger for me on top. He's been given a freshen up. He's now back with Pam and Lindsay Turner. James Stormont doing the driving. The 7 Big Mac. He'll be finding the line well. Logan Hollis. Mo Casino from a nice draw. Ben Butcher certainly has to be considered from that draw, and your step up has to be also considered from its second row draw to follow out Mo Casino here in the first on the card. The private funds, Alexandra Park Mobile Pace, and starter Frank Phelan has them coming up. So they're about to turn into the lane. 2 1/4 laps here at Alexandra Park to open Tropical Nights. First of 2 tropical nights at the park. Just about there, green light and racing. Chevron's Easy, Mo Casino. They're the first 2 to leave the mobile. Back on the inside then to Zach's Patrol. They're followed by Chardon's Pearl, and to its outsiders Step Up, then Tiger Tamer. Urban Tiger wasn't asked for any gate speed tonight. He's been taken back into the field. With him is Finding Nemo. Back there too is Concord, and Big Mac will settle last. So Chevron's Easy out to the 1800 metres. Leads a length and a half. Mo Casino gets the lovely run on the leaders back here for Ben Butcher, then Zach's Patrol. Moving forward, Step Up. He's obliged to sit parked at this stage, back on the inside. In fact, no, he's going to get 1-1 cover now as Zach's Patrol's come away from the marker line. So Chardon's Pearl takes up that leeway. They're followed by Step Up, and then came back in the field was Tiger Tamer. Then came Finding Nemo with a lead time of 44.5. And the last trio, Urban Tiger, back there with it. Looking to improve now is Concord and Big Mac, the last, as they sweep across the showgrounds turn. They're about 1,300 metres out from the judge in the first, and the leader is Chevron's Easy. Step Up now moving up on the outside again to find the park spot, if not the lead, as they swing into the lane. Scotty has intentions on the lead, and he tries to wrestle it off. Chevron's Easy coming forward, Concord and Urban Tiger. Back on the inside, Mo Casino, then Zach's Patrol. They're followed by Chardon's Pearl. 32 and 4 the opening quarter, as Step Up at the bell has finally got across to the marker line here. Urban Tiger about to get outside it. The last trio, Finding Nemo, back there Tiger Tamer and Big Mac. So 900 to go on the stables corner final time, and Step Up leads. Urban Tiger gets to second. Chevron's Easy back on the inside. Concord now with 1-1 cover. Second quarter and 30 seconds neat. 3 back on the marker line. Mo Casino, Zach's Patrol to its outside. Then Chardon's Pearl followed by Finding Nemo. Well back Tiger Tamer and snookered back on the marker line as Big Mac starts his run from the back of the field. 5:50 out. Step Up leads from Urban Tiger. Back on the inside, Chevron's Easy. Then came Concord. 3 back the inside, Mo Casino, as Big Mac continues his big run out wider. Further back, Zach's Patrol, and there followed then back as Chardon's Pearl and Tiger Tamer. And then Finding Nemo back straight quarter, 28.4. Step Up, Urban Tiger, Concord challenging, Big Mac out wider, then Chevron's Easy, Mo Casino. Casino. Step Up a length and a half. Concord. Big Mac down the outside. Chevron's Easy. Mo Casino deep on the passing lane. Step Up in front. Concord. Mo Casino's really lengthening hard on the passing lane now. Mo Casino could be the winner. He is the winner. Mo Casino beats Concord Photo third. Now Step Up's got the tyre off the rim there, and up on the outside Big Mac, and they're wide apart, very tight third. Then Chevron's Easy, Urban Tiger back in the field, Zach's Patrol. They were followed then by Chardon's Pearl. Back with that was going to be its stablemate Tiger Tamer, and Finding Nemo to be the last in 244.3 home and 28.8. Mo Casino deep on the passing lane. Ben Butcher secures the first on Tropical Nights. The Better's Delight Gelding coming back in company here and scores nicely. Second over will be Concord, and then it is very, very tight for third, as you can see there. Step Up, the tyre completely off the rim, and down the outside Big Mac will have the call from Judge Graham McLennan to decipher who's run third in the private functions at Alexandra Park Mobile Pace.
Official placings, race 1, private functions at Alexandra Park Mobile Pace. 2, 13, 7, 10, 3, 1. 2, 13, 7, 10, 3, 1. Horse 2, Mo Casino, paced the 2200 metres in 244.31. Mile rate of 2 minutes, 0.2. Last 857.2. The 428.8. The margins are half length a nose. 2, 13, 7, 10, 3, 1. All official race 1. Private functions at Alexandra Park Mobile Pace.
First judge's call on Tropical Nights from Judge Graham McLennan goes the way of Mo Casino. Career win 3 at start 12 tonight for the Dale Kells and R.R. Gibbons bred and owned Better's Delight 4-year-old bay gelding out of Mo Cullen. Stephen Reid and Simon McMullen trained out of Pukekohe, and Ben Butcher doing the driving back at the head of the field. David Turner, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, down there part of the victory celebrations after the first, the private functions at Alexandra Park Mobile Pace. Of course, further information there. Inquiries at alexandrapark.co.nz or 09630 9706. 13 Concord, Jeremy's Jet, Pacific Image, 6-year-old bay gelding, Ms. CM Wig, the owner, Cherie Wig trained at QMU, Kyle Marshall, and 7 Big Mac third, Mark 3, 3-year-old bay gelding out of Outback Girl, SM Robertson, along with Miss GM Woolston. BP Boyd and AG Mason, the owners. Logan Hollis, Shane Robertson trained out of Pukekohe, and Logan doing the driving. The totes in the first, number 2, Mo Casino, $5.40 and $2.30, $5.40 and $2.30. 13 Concord, $2.90, $2.90. 7 Big Mac, $1.20. $1.20. Quinella, $43.70, $43.70. First 4, $407.50, $407.50. The 2, 13, 7 and 10 Step Up first 4, $1,257.20, $1,257.20. Race 2 on the card tonight. The Pegasus Spur tender closes 14 October 2016 handicap trot. This will be staged over 2,700 metres to open the early quaddie and also the first of our doubles tonight. There are no scratchings. Gear change on 10. Got to go Twinkle. The blinds come off for racing tonight. The early favourite 4 Blood and Whiskey, 322.10. 9 Shady Sadie. And James Stormont, that's currently at 6.20 and 2.10. 12 Taimati Success, 7.53.90, and Demoiselle number 6 at 8.40 and $1.70. They're the top 4 in the market at this stage of betting. For the second, we race in 21 minutes time at 23 minutes to 7 o'clock.
her fourth start over this trip, and she's drawn outside Steal the Gold, who'll probably hold her line and jump okay, so a little bit of an issue for the 4 as well, but still on the way up and worth including. The 8 dog Chai Latte, her form has fallen right away. She seems to have lost confidence again, but she does drop back to Class 2. She's not in the right box, but again, do you want to risk her entirely? That run off box 7 here last week, she angled to the rail and got to the bend 4th, and she lost ground, but it actually wasn't the worst run in good company, certainly a better field than tonight. Now 5 back, she won a Class 2 race in a slick time, 30.27 off box 5, and has run faster than that as well. She will need luck out there. The 9 Gunner Blue Blood is the only Class 1 and comes into a Class 2 race, does get an inside draw, and he's a big loping dog that does like the inside, so that's a plus for him. There's been tote money on him in a small market, but he's starting to drift now that more money comes in. B. Lichter has sprinted the last 8 times and has won a sprint here way back in, when was it? A good while ago now, November. Now, he has been running on those sprints, but whether he can transfer that to a 5:20 win, here's another thing. Charlie Bobo won a Class 3 race, believe it or not so long ago here, but hasn't rounded off his last 2 races that well. We're loading up in light but steady rain here for the 5th. The Laser Plumbing, Freddie Bedrock, Steal the Gold, B. Lichter, Molly O'Shea, then the 9 Gunner Blue Blood to the 2 with Corborn Linz the blue, Charlie Bobo the green, and Chai Latte the pink. Set, favourite off the inside, ready. And racing, Freddie Bedrock steps out well. Coming after it was Speed Lichter's going to go to the lead, and wider out Charlie Bobo goes forward, and also trying to poke through there was Gunner Blue Blood. Freddie Bedrock back the inside of that, now trying to get around the outside of them would have been Steal the Gold. Run through here the inside for Molly O'Shea. Back towards the rear Chai Latte and Corborn Linz. Up front Charlie Bobo. Checked off B. Lichter, who goes back to the lead. Now Gunner Blue Blood storming home. Freddie Bedrock back behind that. The inside of them to Molly O'Shea. In the straight, B. Lichter's holding. Gunner Blue Blood runs to second. Charlie Bobo holds third. And then Molly O'Shea next to go by, alongside of Freddie Bedrock. Behind those runners then to Chai Latte, Corborn Linz and Steal the Gold. What an interesting race, and they've run no time whatsoever here, but that doesn't matter for B. Lichter, for Steve Clark, or for any of the Chilcott, Chisholm, Clark, Fenimore, Herbert Walker syndicate. What have they clocked here? 31.06, run home 12.04. Gunner Blue Blood charged up across the top, looking like it was going to do something, but it didn't get within a length in the end. Off the lids, well, Freddie stepped okay, but he had no second phase acceleration. B. Lichter led. Charlie Bobo went to that. He's just not rounding off his races, Charlie Bobo. I mean, he's held on for third, but there's just no run home there at all from him at the moment. 5, 9, 6 and 7. 5.17 for a lead up. 19.02 to the back mark and 12.04. Well, they won't go down as anything flash, and who knows if this is much of a form guide, but bottom line is B. Lichter's won it by overflow out of Swift Fantasy for that syndicate I mentioned, and the Steve Clark team win 5 at start 24. And now he's won over the sprint and the middle distance here. 1 1/4 lengths, 2 1/4 lengths, and 3/4 of a length. He put himself in front, and simply nothing was good enough to run past them. B. Lichter takes out race number 5. Race 6 tonight, on CPF Class 3 Heat 1. We've got 3 heats of this Class 3 series, 7 and 10 out, 9 Opawa Lachlan into box number 7. Tom McCracken handling there with B. Lichter, 16.30 and 3.90. That'll blow the quaddie big time. $2 for the 9 Gunner Blue Blood, $2.40 for the 6 Charlie Bobo, Quinella 43.10, Trifecta $989, and a 5.967 first 4, $1,858.10. And we'll check out the early quaddie, which has been 1 Corborn Jazzy, 2 Corborn Morris, 3 Allegra Walgo, and now 5 B. Lichter, $635.60. And our late quaddie starts race 9 at 8.14, and our 6th race, as I say, is back at 6.47. But we will be very shortly after this break away to Addington Raceway for race number 3 with Greg O'Connor and Mark McNamara, the Christchurch Casino Alabar Super Series Mobile, where Greg selected them 10, 1, 4 and 9.
A premier night of harness racing action continues here at Addington Raceway, and we're inside 4 minutes out from a start in race number 3, the first of the Alabar Super Series finals, and favouritism here with Cullenmore, the maiden, 281.25, much better at Mota Carrara. Spoke to Dwayne Marfisi, he said he's come on from that as well, expects a very big run. Drawn directly behind him is runner number 10, Mongolian Storm, to be driven by Ricky May. He's raced very well in his 2 runs this time in, and he should be in the right spot here.
Yeah, well, hopefully, Greg. I was pretty happy with him. He was pretty slow away last week from the stand, first stand he's ever had, so, he's in not a bad spot here, so if he gets the right run, he'll be right in it.
First up, of course, third and behind, you've got to have faith in the Sire Stakes heat number 2. He was very good on that occasion. Look, if Cullenmore can hold up, and looking at the front line gate speed, it appears he probably should, given that he did, even though he ran 9th first up. Then Mongolian Storm, who was 5th in the harness duels behind More the Better, should be very hard to beat here. Blair Orange, strong book of drives, already reined home a winner. Here's what he had to say about the rest of his team. Blair, never say never, built to a maiden win last time, but it's another step up, of course, in Alabar Super Series final.
Yeah, that's right, Greg. He was good winning that last start, and, he does meet some highly assessed ones than him, but, he's pretty fair in his game, Greg, so, if he runs first 4, we'll be happy.
On to race number 4, and Ask Me Art, second behind Michelangelo. It's got to be a good form line for this.
Yeah, got all favours in that run, Greg. We followed Michelangelo, and you couldn't peg him back, so he's going to need the same sort of luck again to beat some of these.
Daryl Boko, race number 5. Of course, it is the Canterbury Park Cup, and you've driven this guy a couple of times now, and I know he's impressed you.
Yeah, he has. He's got better and better from first trial to his last trial to racing, and he ran a nice 5th last start, and Tim said he's been progressing well, and he just seems at the moment better driven with 1 run at them, Greg. But situations may change that. But I do like him a bit, and he's definitely a first 4 chance.
If he can get in on the markers, he should be more than competitive. Speaking of getting to the markers, if Brilliant Strike gets there first, he looks the one to beat as he's dropped back, and this looks his race.
It does look his race, Greg, and to be fair to the horse, I've probably driven him back to front as 2 starts, and should have driven him opposite ways to that, but we'll turn the page, and this definitely a winnable race for him, so he's going to have to stand up tonight if he's going to be a cup contender.
Canterbury Classic, your driver's Mighty Flying Mac. He's first up, and there might be just a couple too slick for him.
Yeah, for sure. I spoke to Cran the other day, and he said, he will benefit a lot from the run, and he doesn't expect to beat some of them, which you wouldn't. So look for him to improve to the Mefflin Cup.
Cullen Who for Brothers Barron goes round in race number 8. How she bounced off what was a pretty torrid affair first up.
Yeah, it was. You will forgive her for that, Greg. She drew hard wide there, and had a tough run early. So she's come back through it pretty good, and her work's been good this week. So we'll look to adopt a different driving style tonight, and hopefully she can find the line tonight. But I think she will. She has trained on very well.
And Elvira Hess completes your driving assignments tonight. Look, she's a bit in and out, so I suppose you want the best one tonight with the right sort of run.
Yeah, very big field, Greg, and a very competitive race. It's hard to sort of point one out in this, but she's just got to be driven cold. She's always gone best races driven cold, so we'll adopt that tonight, and we'll hope for some luck. And if we get it, she can run in 4, but she will need that luck.
In great form, Blair Orange. I think he's up to about 21 wins already this season. So, just carrying on from where he left off from season 2015-16. We're very close to a start here, race number 3. Hearing through 1,000 on Cullenmore at 280. Gee, that's short for a maiden in a series final like this, but he is clearly on the improve. And twice as many multis, Mark Mack, later on in the night going through Lazarus, as opposed to Have Faith in Me. And Smolder is clearly third in those in that race, if you like. But we're very close to race number 3 start time.
We are, Greg. A couple of 100 metres off a start, and the gate is on its way. Field of 13, first of the Super Series races tonight. This one for Alabar, of course, and the Christchurch Casino. Cullenmore, IRB Meg, Paleface Sue ready. Mongolian Storm drawn right behind Cullenmore. Ready, race number 3. Lights on. Racing now. Cullenmore looking to hold up off the inside. Tiger Thompson with good gate speed though will get over and lead. Daylight Robbery is going to have room to trail over here and gets over in front of Cullenmore, who's now 3 back the inside. Paleface Sue 3 wide. IRB Meg restraining from Mongolian Storm 4 deep on the markers early. Then Shine On You Crazy Diamond from See Me Rock 3 wide, and Blade getting right through along the peg row. A length and a half Rocky Warrior from Never Say Never, and Sailor Wur's been taken back to last. It's Tiger Thompson by a length and a half on the trailing. Daylight Robbery Cullenmore third, and with a stack of room to come off the inside at the moment too, and Purdon's out. 2 lengths to Mongolian Storm, now wedged up on the inside of Paleface Sue. 3 wide, See Me Rock from IRB Meg Blade. Then Shine On You Crazy Diamond, and 3 wide around them as Sailor Were on the move. And Never Say Never, Rocky Warrior. And Radi Ra's gone back to the tail. Cullenmore leads 1,800 to go. Second, Tiger Thompson, and Daylight Robbery, 3 back on the pegs. See Me Rock, 3 wide, continues to loop the field, but has done some work to get to the breeze, but is there now. On the inside, Blade, Sailor Worth, 3 wide, and somehow Mongolian Storm through all of that got off the markers 2 to join the running line. Rocky Warrior, 3 wide in that line of 3. Never Say Never, 5 deep on the pegs from Paleface who was short of a lap ago. Breezing is about to go 5 back the outside row from IRB Meg. And then Radi Ra and Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Lead time 1:12.8. And Cullenmore leads. Margins a length over Sailor Were up to breeze. Tiger Thompson trails third. See Me Rock to the 1-1. Daylight Robbery, 3 back the inside, and 3 wide as Rocky Warrior. Then Mongolian Storm, Blade against the pegs from Never Say Never. IRB Meg Paleface Sue, Shine On You Crazy Diamond went to the inside. And Radi Ra is last. First quarter 30.2. This has been pretty willing, this. 1,000 to go. And it's Cullenmore, the first of the Super Series races tonight. This for Alabar and the Christchurch Casino. And the leader is Cullenmore. Now See Me Rock's giving ground, being taken to the middle part of the track and is being eased right down. Cullenmore leads the next Sailor Were. Leaders back third, Tiger Thompson. Mongolian Storm's had everything go right, just continues to creep into the race at the right spots. 3 back the inside, Daylight Robbery. 3 wide is Rocky Warrior. Never Say Never's off the pegs to follow Mongolian Storm. 3 wide, Radi Ra from Blade and Paleface Sue. Shine On You Crazy Diamond jumps aboard the train. And then IRB Meg, second quarter, 30.7, 60 and 9 for the half. Cullenmore leads a length on Sailor Were. Tiger Thompson waits on the terror to love it. Pine Leaf Farm passing lane. Rocky Warrior's gone. Mongolian Storm went to fourth around Daylight Robbery. And then came Never Say Never. Cullenmore asked to go quicker. Third quarter in 29.9. Lobbed up the track and through came Tiger Thompson at pace. Sailor Were went to second. Daylight Robbery followed the leader through from Mongolian Storm. But Tiger Thompson past the 100-metre mark is off and gone. Daylight Robbery, Mongolian Storm, they buy the minors from Never Say Never. Very impressive, Tiger Thompson. Won it by about 3.5 lengths and beat Daylight Robbery. And third in Mongolian Storm. Fourth, Never Say Never. Then Sailor Were, Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Next in Blade, Paleface Sue, Cullenmore, Ruddy Ra, IRB Meg. And last in is Rocky Warrior. Number 4, Tiger Thompson. 570 and 220, Jimmy Curtin. It was off. Cullenmore wandered up the track under pressure. Lobbed out under Sailor Were. Last quarter has been in 27.6. 158.4 for the last mile. And Jimmy said, thank you very much. And he was off. And Tiger Thompson was off and gone to win very, very well. Daylight Robbery, most consistent performance again. Mongolian Storm third. Never Say Never runs into the top 4. He's been threatening to do that, Greg. If you look at his numbers first glance, it's 5-2, disqualified 0. He's actually pretty smart. He's still a bit green. And he's only going to get better, and that was very, very impressive.
Yeah, he's just getting better with racing out of Aziza. She was a wee bit wayward at times in her career as well, but have a look at Jim Curtin here. Blasted off the gate, got straight past Cullenmore, and then was in the perfect spot throughout. The biggest go of the night here. Opened $17 into 11, ended up being around $6. So the punters have got some off the bookmakers here. Raced by CJ Harris and the Thompsons, NA, CW, SG and KN. Win one, start number 5. Of course, he comes out of that Sire Stakes heat. He'll be here more than likely next week trying to qualify for the final. As we get the judges' call, Craig Thompson on the other side.
The winner is 4, Tiger Thompson. Second, 6, Daylight Robbery. And third, 10, Mongolian Storm. Fourth has gone to 13, Never Say Never. From 9, Sailor Were. And 11, Shine On You Crazy Diamond. 4, 6, 10, 13, 9, 11. The margins 3 3/4 lengths. A long head, 1 3/4 lengths, 2 lengths. The winner's time was 3:11.5, a mile rate of 1:58.5. The last 857.1, last 427.4.
He's got a great name, Tiger Thompson, and he's a pretty smart horse. He looked a great bet on the back of a very good run behind. You've got to have faith. Those who got the $17, congratulations. I know there was a few out there. They got him at double figure odds, and he's won like a $5 shot. 3.11 for the maidens to C2's. Outstanding time, Tiger Thompson, and that will not be his last win. Alexandra Park was on start time for race number 2 here tonight. Blood and Whiskey 280. Too short for me. He's a horse that can win the race, but he has got a few tricks. And to be fair, he's been backed and beaten a few times. Can win the race, but you'd want a little bit more than 280 for mine. Other horses in the market, Timatic Success. Lovely run at the workouts on Saturday. John and Josh Dickey. Robert Argue takes the drive. Nice, merely this, resuming, 320 out to 380 from last night's call. You can get $7 if you want to back her on the tote. So go the tote over the fixed odds there. Shady Sadie was my top tip in the race. James Stormont, $5 the book. She opened at $4.50 last night. Lovely mare this, got held up at the wrong time at Cambridge. Just wanted a gap at the 400, couldn't get it, and I Got Rhythm was off and gone. That form stacked up really well because I Got Rhythm won 7 days later. For me, it's 9 on top to beat 12, 4, and the Ruffy 8 Bro Forks S. Zach Butcher drives runner number 6 here. Zach, thanks for your time tonight. Demoiselle in the second tonight. Chances with her?
Yeah, she's going to have to do things right early and get a probably pretty cosy run. And if she does that, you know, she'll run home and right, but she's going to need a bit of luck.
Yeah, she will need a little bit of luck, and she is only a maiden taking on predominantly a far stronger field here. So, Manner's the key with her, but she's not without a first 4 chance. Tiger Thompson, the big mover, 572.20. Daylight Robbery, $4. Mongolian Storm, 140. Quinella, 4 and 6, 85.90. Trifecta, 4, 6, 10, 378.80. First 4, good one. 4, 6, 10, 13, $3,086.90 with 1,300 carry forward to the next. And the early treble, 10, 3 and 4, $93.20. That completes the last at Addington. Aaron's numbers in the second tonight, 12, 9, 8 and 4, 12, 9, 8 and 4. If you're playing into a first 4, the best Ruffy here, and it's at massive odds. The horse right down the bottom, 14 Springfield Hugh. If you're sitting back in the tab at the moment, you're looking for one at absolute monster odds to put in your first 4. It's actually not going bad. Trained by Roger Villager. Stuart Crookshank takes the drive. The Pegasus Spur, tender closes, 14th of October. Handicap. Try to understand that Speeding Spurs full little sister was born yesterday, so by Pegasus Spur, I think it was a filly. Pegasus Spur, of course, doing such a very, very good job. And, of course, the sire of the very good Speeding Spur. Aaron White, as I come to you for race number 2 tonight, your numbers are 12 on top to beat 9, 8 and 4. Timatic Success, fresh up.
Yeah, I'm going to put that on top. It was a good run at the workouts last Saturday. Robert Argue to do the driving here for John and Joshua Dickey. A great success mare. Whatever she does tonight, she'll only improve on it. Stay with her. Shady Sadie was a good enough run at Cambridge, fresh up. That was in behind I Got Rhythm. I Got Rhythm came and won here last week, so the form out of that race is okay. James Stormont. 8 Bro Forks, yes, I thought he stuck to the task well in his assignment last week in behind I Got Rhythm. Sean Grayling. And the 4 Blood and Whiskey certainly has to be considered off the front tape here. Morris McKendry, albeit off an unruly draw. The son of Pegasus Spur. 12, 9, 8 and 4 to open the early quaddie.
Thanks, Aaron. If you're playing into the quaddie, you've still got time. Second leg of the quaddie, Accumulator will be most people's anchor in there, along with its stablemate Laredo Torpedo. Third leg, no way else on top for me. I thought Racing Super, this horse, can work in his races, and of course he went 240 2 starts ago, beating Minstrel Boy. Backed it up with a great run behind Naylor last week. Other chance in the race, Joe's Dream. Of course, Strike the Gold, Killer Queen and Minstrel Boy. And then the last leg of the quaddie, junior drivers. Good to have Erin Isherwood having her first drive, and she'll be on the favourite Snow Raker here, along with Tassie's Devil. And probably the other one you may need in that race, Elliot Daniels, got a great record at the 2700. Early look at the early quaddie here at Alexandra Park. Starts off race number 2 with the Trotters. Favourite is Blood and Whiskey, $2.60 on the tote, $3 on the book, just in front of runner number 12, Timatic Success. Here's our race caller for race number 2 tonight, Aaron.
From 10 metre barriers, Ginger Bertha, Bro Forks, yes. Shady Sadie, got to go Twinkle, Mr. Natural. Timatic Success, Speedy Earl and Springfield Hugh as they turn and face up to start a Frank Phelan for the second. Pegasus Spur 10 to closes 14 October. Handicap trot. Just on the back foot here is Majestic Gal down on the pole. Lindy's Dream to be straightened. Comes in now. Barrier strands release. They're underway. Speedy Lavros canned away, but promptly down and trotting, but has lost about 3 or 4 lengths and will settle in the back half of the field. First out is Lindy's Dream from Majestic Gal and Opar with speed. Ginger Bertha fourth as they turn onto the showgrounds turn. 2 lengths Mr. Natural, then Demoiselle. Blood and Whiskey safely on the journey on the outside of Shady Sadie. A length and a half away in the field. Taimati Success has made a nice beginning. That settles on the outside of Broforks. Is up ahead. Opar with speed, Ginger Bertha and Majestic Gal all galloped at that point, and that's left this leader well in front as they come down Lindy's Dream. Back in the field is Speedy Earl, Speedy Lavros just in front of that. Then Springfield Hugh, then the mistake makers Opar with speed with Majestic Gal, Ginger Bertha and a long margin away. Back in the field to Gotta Go Twinkle at the judge with 2 to make, and now Lindy's Dream has galloped. So Demoiselle works to the top for Zach Butcher on the stables corner. From Mr. Natural, Blood and Whiskey striding up on the outside for the Magic Man Morris McHenry. Shady Sadie now fourth, then Taimati Success. 2 lengths Broforks S, and then came Speedy Lavros, then Speedy Earl. Opar with speed is the next, and further away Majestic Gal and Ginger Bertha. Springfield Hugh galloping well at a commission now is Lindy's Dream. Then back with that Gotta Go Twinkle. Blood and Whiskey takes over down to the 1600 metres, and the lead time will be posted in 1:29.7. Leads from Demoiselle. Taimati Success now obliged to sit parked on the outside of Mr. Natural. Broforks S11 on the outside of Shady Sadie. Then came Speedy Lavros, Speedy Earl to its inside. Opar with speed is on the back of Speedy Lavros. 2 lengths Majestic Gal. 3 lengths away Springfield Hugh. Similar margin Ginger Bertha there. Your winning chances. The other pair no chance. And the Pegasus Spur 10 to closes 14 October trot as they work into the lane. They've got 1200 metres left to go, and the opening quarter will be posted in 33.6, and Blood and Whiskey Morris McHenry over Demoiselle. Taimati Success fresh up on a new campaign. The Great Success mare obliged to sit third and parked, and back on the inside Mr. Natural, Judge Bellin 1 to go. Broforks S, Sean Grayling's got that beautifully situated 1-1. Shady Sadie to its inside, then came Speedy Lavros, Speedy Earl, Opar with speed. Springfield Hugh at the 900 metres as they trot around the stables corner. Majestic Gal and back in the field Ginger Bertha. Well back Lindy's Dream. Gotta Go Twinkle, 800 left to go. Second quarter, 34 seconds. What's that, a 67.6 and Blood and Whiskey through the back. Leads a length and a quarter. Demoiselle, Taimati Success, Mr. Natural. Now the sprint comes on. Broforks S comes out of the 1-1. Then Shady Sadie, Speedy Lavros, out wide of Opar with speed. Then Speedy Earl, Majestic Gal. Springfield Hugh, Ginger Bertha, 500 to go. Off the back they run, and Blood and Whiskey's had a pretty comfortable time once it found the top. 400 to go. The third quarter, 30.5. That's much better. Up on the outside, Broforks S of Taimati Success, who still travels nicely. Then Demoiselle, Speedy Lavros, Opar with speed, homeward bound, and Blood and Whiskey to line them up. Taimati Success goes to it strongly. Then Broforks S, Speedy Lavros getting to the outside. Demoiselle, Blood and Whiskey. Taimati Success comes up alongside to challenge hard. Taimati Success, Blood and Whiskey. Blood and Whiskey fighting off the challenge. The race fitness will just get it in. Blood and Whiskey from Taimati Success, and the third across was Broforks S, then Demoiselle. They were followed by Speedy Lavros and Mr. Natural. Shady Sadie was back in the field. Speedy Earl, Majestic Gal was back with that. Further back in the field, Opar with speed. Springfield Hugh, Ginger Bertha well back. Gotta Go Twinkle. And back with that was Lindy's Dream, 337.3. 29.4 was the final quarter. Blood and Whiskey, with the aid of recent racing. Taimati Success, who's had to do plenty of work sitting out parked, has gone down very bravely in defeat here. And in for third will be Broforks S in front of Demoiselle, and the Pegasus Spur 10 to closes 14 October handicap trots.
Official placings, race 2. The Pegasus Spur Tender closes on the 14th of October, handicap trot. 4, 12, 8, 6, 5, 11. 4, 12, 8, 6, 5, 11. Horse 4, Blood and Whiskey, trotted the 2,700 metres from a stand in 3:37.33. Mile rate of 29.5. Last 859.6. The 429.4. The margins are half neck, 4 lengths, a neck. 4, 12, 8, 6, 5, 11. Race 2, Pegasus Spur Tender closing on the 14th of October, handicap trot.
Blood and Whiskey back at the head of the field, raced by SD Kerwin. Congratulations to you. First win in the North, second career success at start 13. It's only had the now 5 runs here at Alexandra Park and has improved with every one of those. Michelle Wallace and Bernie Hackett trained at Waiuku, and the Magic Man Maurice McHenry back at the head of the field. Charlotte Mooney down there, part of the victory celebrations, representing Woodland Studs Pegasus Spur, and Pat Gubber, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, also in attendance. In fact, no, Paul Lowry down there, part of the victory celebrations in the second on the card. Paul Lowther down there, part of the victory celebrations, our race night steward. Mrs. PC Green, along with Mrs. J.M. Langdon, the owners of the Pegasus Spur 4-year-old bay gelding out of our Super Ran, gets the job done nicely in the second here. 12-time Marty success, great success, 4-year-old bay mare out of Tozzie's sister for Ari Napier. John and Joshua Dickey trained at Clevedon, Robert Argue. And the 8s for third Broforks S, Armbro Invasion, 6-year-old bay gelding out of Honey Helling. GR Dormer, AS Grayling, R.A. Darby, the owners. Ray Darby trained at Petamahoe. Sean Grayling did the driving. For Blood and Whiskey, $2.60, $1.80, $2.60 and $1.80. 12-time Marty success at $1.80. $1.80 and 8 Broforks S, $2.90, $2.90. Quinella, $9 even, 9 even. The trifecta, $86.30, $86.30. The first 4, 12, 8 and 6, $435.60, $435.60 with Demoiselle running fourth. Third race on the card tonight, and it is the Mitavite Mobile Pace over the 2,200 metres, no scratchings. Gear changes in the race. Samaritan number 3, the blinds go on. 6 Keep On Rockin', Pacifiers on, and 9 Rory McIlroy Removable Deafness come off for racing tonight. Accumulator number 4, 2 and Money Back, the race favourite. 8 Laredo Torpedo, 5 and 340. 7 Wrangler, 660, 210. 2 Happy Magic, 960 and 350. Mitavite Mobile Pace. Time to go in 20 minutes. It's 7 minutes after 7.
And book, and we're ready to run in race number 6, just about there. Racing, Pixie Dust beaten out here by Johnny Bruce. Pixie Dust goes after it. Allegro Power is there early, and so's Power Lachlan round the outside. Wider on the track there, Botany Win. We've got Corborn Bray. Oh, big trouble here. 3, 6, 8. They've all been knocked out of it. Allegro Power as well. Left a mile in front here, Power Lachlan over Corborn Bray. Allegro Power got back to third ahead of Johnny Bruce, who was in strife. Second time. Further back then to Botany Win and Power Math. And the one tailing them off was the favourite Pixie Dust. The first two into that bend got wiped. And Power Lachlan, the 9, left a mile in front in a very rough affair. 17:79's been the time. And in the end, it has been 9, 4, 5 and 1. Run home 10:77, lead up 7:02. Oh, a bit of a disaster of a race, really. Pixie Dust, she ran out off the boxes. Then she started to run in again. Johnny Bruce moved off. Power Lachlan's up and around the outside. Things start to get tight. And then 5 gets up onto the 2, and Pixie Dust goes down. Second time's in trouble. Botany Wins in trouble, and Power Math hits the outside fence, but hits the matting, fortunately, so that's a big plus there. And that's Nathan Udy's dogs. He's having bad luck there, but he's having good luck up the front with Power Lachlan at big odds by Dinah Lachlan out of Winsome, for the Mischief, Mystery and Mongrel Syndicate. Win 9 at start 71. Margin's about the only thing that we haven't given you as of yet, and they will pop up shortly. 5.5 lengths. But the race ruined. 6 3/4 back to third. And back to fourth, 1.25 lengths. Power Lachlan winning the 6th at around $17. No result through here yet. We're off to Addington very shortly on their premier night of harness racing down there. We're up to race number 4, which goes at 3 minutes to the hour. Sunshine there, which is terrific to see. Certainly haven't got it here. Lamb and Hayward Alabar Super Series handicap pace here. Favourites the 3 on the Rantan at $2.20. Dexter Dunn doing the driving for Crandell-Getty. Can tell you Greg here has gone with a 7. Ranfurly rules for some each-way value. He went 7, 12, 3 and 9, and we will join him on the other side of this.
Premier action at Addington continues. The fourth, the Lamb and Hayward Alabar Super Series handicap over the 2,600 metres, does have a carry forward of 1,400 in the first four here, and a favourite 3-year-old on the Rantan comes out of the You've Got to Have Fate heat number 2 of the Sire Stakes, and we've just seen the previous winner, Tiger Thompson, who incidentally will be here next week for the final heat in that series. 220, 112, 260, 140. Spoke to Crandell Giddy about the way he steps away at home. He said all fine, but race night can be different. Ricky May, he does have the reins on runner number 11 in this. Well, quite clearly he's enjoying his time at the beach, isn't he?
Yeah, no, he's going really well. Yeah, didn't have no luck the other night. This field's so even, I don't think there's a standout in it. So, I mean, you know, anything in the race could have a chance in this.
So that's Ricky May talking about Burn-Off. Of course, he's a regular pilot of Rummage, who has former world driving champion Mark Jones for Brendan Hill, the winner of 3 of its last 4, and a definite chance in the race. Race number 6, Wanganui Dogs, 9451, 1963.70, 462.70, 99.30 the Quinella, $890.80 a trifecta. First 4 has paid $2,416, $1,183 carrying forward to the next, where Rozzo has them 4, 3, 1 and 2. Brent White with a decent team here at Addington tonight. Here's what he had to say about them. Brent, you bring a decent sort of team to a Premier night here tonight, and you need to have the horsepower, don't you?
Oh, yeah, we've got to some nice runners and just a wee bit of luck, and if we go half as good as last week, we'll be happy.
All right, let's talk about your 2 chances here in the first of the Alabar Super Series finals. Ultimate Fella's done a really nice job, hasn't he?
Yeah, I've always liked him and taken my time with him, and you know, he's a real nice horse. Standing starts 50-50, and he hasn't had a stand. I was going to take him to the workouts last week and thought, no, I'm going to wing it and put the pressure on Bose and see what happens. But yeah, if he steps, I think he will step, but he just can be a wee bit tardy, just walking around at the start. But we'll see what happens.
Certainly a horse to follow, though.
Yeah, he'll have a good, nice season.
All right, Extreme Guest is doing a nice job too.
Yeah, well, he's just turned up. Andrew Fitzgerald owns him, or part of the syndicate, and he's come down to give me a hand. And his work, he trialled last Saturday at Harare and trialled nice, got home nice, and his work on Monday was pleasing. So yeah, like, he's a good beginner, and Johnny knows him better than anyone. So like, we're not losing nothing there. So yeah, he's a realistic each way chance.
Shah Taylor on race number 8, just racing super.
Oh, she's just a lovely little horse. The owners have been real lucky. She's done a super job, and probably asking a bit much cry, then backing her up again today, but $20,000, and she gives 110%. So it just depends what happens, whether Ricky punches out early and Stephen can push his way forward, or we'll just have to be in the hands of the gods, really.
Yep. All right, moving on to race number 9, and Lindsay Castleton, a horse that's really stepped up, and this horse has obviously been given time, and there's a good reason for that.
Yeah, Lex and Heather, he's been to a few stables, and the advice was give him time, and then I was lucky enough to get hold of him, and he tests me a wee bit at times, like a Sundown does, but every time he's gone out, he's got a wee bit better. He's not probably the cleanest trotter at the moment, but he's getting better and better. He's better bowling along, and yeah, he's done a pretty good job. So he's got to be a big chance, providing he steps and he does everything right.
And completing your night here tonight is Pay Me Art, freshened up since last time, but you have been to the workouts.
Yeah, he went to the workouts last Tuesday and run 4th behind Hopi's horse in the same race, and he got home and something stupid, and he was happy. His work on Monday with Ultimate Fella was super. He's got to step as well and get handy, and like a good night's racing tonight, they'll run time, and he's better when they run time. So yeah, I think he's a realistic place chance at least.
All right. Team's racing really well. I know you love this interview stuff, so thanks for stopping by. Good luck.
Cheers, Greg. Thanks very much.
Yeah, doing a great job, Brent White, and a team here tonight he brings should be all pretty competitive as well. Sire Stakes heat in a fortnight's time, and More the Better, who won his heat last night, of course, can start in it, but will have to start from the worst barrier, the outside of the front row. Carry forward in the first 4 means it's well worth playing into, Mark. Pretty deep form race this. Ultimate Fella has the sliding blinds on the Rantan. If he steps away, will be very competitive, but that's short for a horse at 3 years of age who's never had a race night stand.
It is, Greg, and it's not a bad field. As Ricky said, there's no real standouts. On his trial form and what he did early in his career on the Rantan, he deserves to be favourite, but he hasn't been off the tapes before, and we'll see what he does at the start pretty soon. Now they're circling up for race number 4. Forgot to remember later tonight, blinds on. Race 9, number 7, wearing blinds, is the news from the stews. Number of those heading to the rugby next door stopped to have a look at race number 4 with kick-off about half an hour away, so plenty of time to see this one. And there's a little time to invest if you're having a go on the 4th also. Brent White with 2 in. Greg and Nina Hope with 2 in this also. Johnny Eyre, an upset winner in a fresh condition here. So 1 go since. On the Rand 10, we've got a green cap out there now on the 9. That's Stephen McNally on Ultimate Fella, so a white cap John Dunn with number 5, Extreme Guest. Whistle's gone, this is the 4th. The Lamb and Haywood Alabar Super Series Handicap. We saw in the Pacers event the previous. They went 3:11.5. Gee, was good Tiger Thompson. Left fast, he did enjoy the run at the trail, but he did work at the lead with a blast off the gate. Then he relaxed and then he was gone at the turn. When I say gone, he was off and gone. And he did it by 3 3/4 lengths pretty easily at the end. Extreme Guest. Johnny Eyre on the Rand 10. First to line up, She's a Tricky Bridge. The 1 start after tonight, she'll pick up the Met Multiplier. Next time we see her here at an NZ Met meeting. Ask Me Art, Hot Diggity Cullen on the Rand 10. Van Halen, Ultimate Fella, Johnny Eyre and Burnoff. Ricky the gold cap, Colin developing the white cap on Ranfurly Rules. They tune in, big field. No, they're turning out with Ultimate Fella. Racing now. Hot Diggity Cullen first to go on the Rand 10, stepped safely. Rummage galloped, as did Ultimate Fella at the start, but the leader is Hot Diggity Cullen, 3 lengths over on the Rand 10. 3 lengths away, 3rd, She's a Tricky Bridge, and 4th is Ask Me Art, 2 lengths in front of Ranfurly Rules, and then came Extreme Guest. Emila's getting right through against the pegs, and a length and a half to Van Halen, 2 lengths Johnny Eyre. 1.5 Burnoff, 1.5 Rummage. Hopeful Harriet's now 8 lengths away. She went for a gallop back at the winning post. Thus there is that gap. And a length and a half to Ultimate Fella. Favourites in control on the Rand 10, swinging at the back straight corner the first time. Margins a length and a half over the trailing Hot Diggity Cullen. 3 away, 3rd, She's a Tricky Bridge, and 2 lengths to Ask Me Art. Off the inside, Ranfurly Rules, and Imola's racing on the pegs, 5 back. 1 length to Extreme Guest, 1.5 to Van Halen. 2 to Johnny Eyre, 1.5 Burnoff, same again Rummage. 5 lengths to Hopeful Harriet, and 6 lengths away last is Ultimate Fella. On the Rand 10, Index to Done by a length and a half over the trailing Hot Diggity Cullen. A length and a half away, 3rd, She's a Tricky Bridge, and Ranfurly Rules Park 4th. Probably not really his go either. 4 back on the inside is Ask Me Art. A length and a half Extreme Guest around Imola, 1.5 Van Halen, 2 to Johnny Eyre. Hopeful Harriet's gone through next to the pegs to save ground, and the last 2 of the pack are Burnoff and Rummage, and only 4 or 5 lengths to Ultimate Fella, who's not far away from tacking on. 1,400 metres left to go, and at $2.10 on the Rand 10 went the lead time in 1:20.5, and leads by a length and a half over the trailing Hot Diggity Cullen, and She's a Tricky Bridge. Ranfurly Rules parked over on the outside of Ask Me Art. A length and a half Extreme Guest, and down next to the pegs Imola. Here's a move from back in the field as Rummage went around Van Halen and Hopeful Harriet. Burnoff 3 wide and 1 back, and Johnny Eyre second last, with Ultimate Fella last on the pylon. Stable's turn on the Rand 10, first quarter. 30.9, Lamb and Haywood Alabar Super Series Handicap. And the leader on the Rand 10 at the 1,000 metre peg. And he leads a length and a half over the trailing Hot Diggity Cullen. 3 wide Burnoff goes to the breeze, and that will give some running line cover to Rummage 1-1. She's a Tricky Bridge, 5th on the inside, and a length away Ranfurly Rules with cover now. Ask Me Art's 4 back the pegs. A length away next in the running line is Extreme Guest from Imola, 1 to Van Halen. And then came Hopeful Harriet, Johnny Eyre and Ultimate Fella as last against the pegs. About 6.75 to go. Second quarter 30.1, the half an even 61. And the leader is on the Rand 10, half a length on Burnoff. Hot Diggity Cullen waits for the terror to love it. Pine Leaf Farm passing lane. 4th Rummage, 5th She's a Tricky Bridge, no further moves. Then Ranfurly Rules. Next Ask Me Art.
out, followed next by Extreme Guest and Imola. The leader is on the Rantan. Dexter has them stacked at the bend. Leads half a length Burn Off. Leaders back Hot Diggity Cullen. Rummage easing out of the 1-1 from She's a Tricky Bridge. Third quarter 30.1 on the Rantan. Sent for home now past the 150. The only chaser is Hot Diggity Cullen. About 4 lengths away Burn Off. There is no chasers. On the Rantan is getting right away from Hot Diggity Cullen and late Johnny Yare. But on the Rantan beat Hot Diggity Cullen. Johnny Yare in third and fourth the photo between She's a Tricky Bridge and Extreme Guest. Between them, but these three will miss out. Rummage, Burn Off and Ranfurley rules. Then Ask Me Art. Next in is Imola from Hopeful Harriet and Ultimate Fella is the last across. 3 on the Rantan, 2:10 and 1:40. Dexter done. Hot Diggity Cullen tried to go with at the top of the straight but couldn't do so. Number 4 at 7.60. Last quarter 27.2, 158.3 the last mile. Old Johnny Ayres roared home into third. He'll pay $3.60. It's pretty close for fourth. You were confident at the turn. He had them stacked up, Dexter. And fourth will probably go to She's a Tricky Bridge just in front of Extreme Guest, but there's not a whole lot in that for the fourth end of the prize. All too easy, Greg. He had them stacked at the turn, Dexter. You were confident when Hot Diggity Cullen couldn't match him at the top of the straight. There was nothing running on.
Dexter done at his best there. 30, 30, 30, 27-2. Race over. Smart 3-year-old by Better's Delight. Raced by the Roonies, the Solid Gold Standardbreds and S.O. Engelbrick. That's win 3 at start number 6. That's the fourth. The fifth, Craig Thompson. The Yolthurst Hotel Canterbury Park Trotting Cup over the 2,600 metres. Start time of 7:28. You've got a pretty smart one coming up, and you're next, an accumulator.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. Of course, this one trained by Barry Purdon, good enough to run second in a Sire Stakes heat, beaten a nose by Star Galleria. Its driver is Zach Butcher. I caught up with him earlier in the night to talk about the son of Better's Delight. Zach in the maiden tonight, accumulator. He's one of the shortest price favourites of the night and deserves to be on a really good run in the Sire Stakes heat.
Yeah, you know, he went pretty well in that race, all being that he did get a good run, but they're a smart bunch of horses, so drops back in grade a wee bit tonight and gets a handy draw, so hopefully roll to the top and be too good.
Worked since the Sire Stakes. It's been a fortnight between races. Happy with the way he's going?
Yeah, he's a pretty laid-back sort of character, so you don't really get a good line on him, but when he gets here, he tends to switch on a little bit more, so hopefully tonight we'll find out if we're winning.
So Zach Butcher talking about accumulator. Of course, the stable do have 2 in the race. Laredo Torpedo, the other one starts from the outside of the gate. $7 for him. Very good last week after an early gallop. On the Rantan, the key was the standing start with him. He stepped brilliantly and the race was all over after 400 metres. 2:10, 1:40. Hot Diggity Cullen, 7.60. And Johnny Yare, unlucky last start. Came from last to run third here at $3.60. Big run. Cornelis paid $43. Trifecta 3, 4, 10, $675.80. And a big first 4, 3, 4, 10 and 1, $10,428. The doubles paid $13.90 and the concession $82.70. Dexter Dunn, Crandell Giddy. They take out race number 4 at Addington tonight. I put accumulator on top. I thought looked to stand out really. Michael Guerin on the box seat on Wednesday labelled accumulator as his best of the weekend, and to be fair, it should be winning here. 155, 150. Charlie Roberts on track to see the son of Better's Delight go round, so good luck to you, Charlie, with accumulator. I put him on top to beat Laredo Torpedo. I thought Wrangler's got a chance here. His first up run was good. It was in that Shadow Pass race from last week. Stuck on quite nicely to run fourth, and also one that's coming out of the Sire Stakes heat in Rory McIlroy. Number 9 here, trained by Wally Fleming and David Butcher. Probably the best value at 21 and 370, more for a place. If you're playing into the first 4, work around the favourite. May want to put number 9 in to spice things up. Of course, the horse that was all the talk here a fortnight ago was 3 Samaritan. He was backed off the board, was thinking about a $2.50 favourite, had a gallop. What I can tell you is back at the workouts a fortnight ago. And then again last week. Last week he trialled up quite nicely. Stephen drove him. Tony Hurley, he takes the drive tonight. So if you want to follow the money, he's $16 tonight versus the $2.50 from a fortnight ago. Samaritan, not the worst. The stable having a win already tonight with Mo Casino, part owner Dale Cowles involved in both horses. Aaron White's numbers 4, 8, 9 and 2. Accumulator for you, Aaron. Really, to be fair, it's his race to lose.
Yeah, you did right there. He's already booked his spot for a Cup Day at Addington for the Rich Sire Stakes final there, with a second behind Star Galleria last time out at Cambridge. So very, very hard to see him beat at $1.50 and money back. I think his stablemate Laredo Torpedo is the one that can run the Quinella. He's his own worst enemy at this stage. He's galloped a couple of times in his last two appearances, and he's put in some pretty big recoveries there. Sean Grayling will do the driving. The 9, Rory McIlroy, I think he's a cracking place bet in this. He comes out of that heat of the Sire Stakes at Cambridge. He's 370 the place. David Butcher for Willie Fleming put in some nice runs here at the park prior to that heat at Cambridge. And number 2, Happy Magic in the mix as well, 4, 8, 9 and 2. And behind the yellow bar arm for the third on Tropical Night out of the park. And this the Mitavite Mobile Pace staged over the 2,200 metres. Accumulator, barrier 4 for Barry Purdon. Zach Butcher doing the driving is the favourite. Green lights there and they're off. Accumulator out nicely with the Samaritan and also Happy Magic. Banner of Art back on the inside. Now Rory McIlroy's made a move away from the markers off the second line and he comes forward. They're followed then by October Rush back in the field to keep on rocking. Wrangler second last and Laredo Torpedo as they scoot around the stables corner first time's been restrained back to last. Samaritan takes over. Coming to look for the lead is Rory McIlroy at the 1800 and Rory drives on to the lead. From in second is Samaritan who'll drop and take the trail, and that has now the race favourite Accumulator sitting third in park. Back on the inside to Happy Magic. Banner of Art as Accumulator strides off to find the top with a lead time of 44.3. Back fourth last was October Rush. They're followed then by back in the field is Keep On Rockin' as they work off the back and sweep across the showgrounds. Turn back in the field then to Wrangler and Laredo Torpedo's last. Coming through Rory McIlroy to hold up the top here from Accumulator. Couldn't get down to the marker line. Back on the inside to Samaritan and into the 1-1 Happy Magic. Banner of Art 3 back on the inside. 3 back in the running line is Keep On Rocking as they work into the lane in the opening quarter in 32.9 for the Mitavite Mobile Pace. Back in the field October Rush. Wrangler looks to stride forward out 3. Laredo Torpedo's doing everything right tonight. He also starts his 3-wide run on the back of Wrangler. Judge Bell 1 to go. Rory McIlroy with Wrangler ranging up on the outside onto the stables corner. Samaritan, another one doing everything right tonight. Then Accumulator, Laredo Torpedo strides up out 3 around its stablemate. Then Banner of Art, they're followed back in the field. Happy Magic, October Rush and Keep On Rockin' second quarter 32.4. Into the back they go. And Rory McIlroy and David Butcher leads from Laredo Torpedo. Back on the inside then to Samaritan. Wrangler now with 1-1 cover as they pace by the 600. Banner of Art on the inside. They're followed by Accumulator as they pace to the end of the back straight. Then October Rush, Happy Magic and galloping for a few strides out the back was Keep On Rockin'. Across the top they come. Rory McIlroy, 400 left to go. 28.4 the back straight quarter from Laredo Torpedo. Wrangler. Samaritan, Accumulator getting to the outside, then Happy Magic, Rory McIlroy for home. Leads 3/4 Laredo Torpedo, Samaritan. Wrangler, Accumulator down the outside in front. Rory McIlroy, Laredo Torpedo, Accumulator getting on the outside of Wrangler in front. Rory McIlroy, Accumulator. Oh, he's doing 1,000 things wrong. Wrangler's going to dive at Rory but couldn't get him. Rory McIlroy gets the win. Second over was Wrangler. They were followed Laredo Torpedo, then Samaritan. Well, Accumulator, he's done 1,000 things wrong tonight, including in the home straight, getting awfully unbalanced. Further back in the field then was Happy Magic. They were followed by Banner of Art, October Rush and Keep On Rocking. 247.3, 29.2 was the final quarter. Rory McIlroy, David Butcher for Harwood, a trainer, Willie Fleming. Long way from home, but he's got the job done here, Rory. And he grinned from ear to ear cold. He did start in the heat of the Sire Stakes at Cambridge. He's beaten out Wrangler. Laredo Torpedo will just hold on from its stablemate, who up on the outside may have been hampered a wee bit by Wrangler in the home straight there in the Mitavite Mobile Pace.
Official placings, race 3, subject to an inquiry. The Mitavite Mobile Pace, 978-432. 978-432. Horse 9, Rory McIlroy, paced the 2200 metres in 247.34, a mile rate of 22.4. Last 857.7, the 429.2. The margins are long head, 1 length ahead. 978-432. All officials subject to an inquiry in race 3, the Mitavite Mobile Pace.
The stewards just looking into the lapped-on rule there with the 4 accumulator galloping across the line. Back at the head of the field, Rory McIlroy, raced by Mrs. BK, along with Willie Fleming, Kieran Moore and MJ Donahue. Congratulations to you. Grin from ear to ear. River Tango, Bay 3-year-old colt, and takes the Mitavite in good fashion too. David Butcher doing the driving here, and was bred by the Flemings along with Kieran Moore as well. Here Rory McIlroy gets his maiden success at start number 5. Willie Fleming trained at Harwood, and the chief, David Butcher, was in the sulky. Gordon Robertson down there, part of the victory celebrations for the Auckland Trotting Club as one of our stewards. 7 Wrangler, Better's Delight to Jen Marie, 3-year-old Bay Gelding. Cullen Breeding Limited, the owners. Robert Dunn trained at Pukekohe. Morris McKendry. 8 Laredo Torpedo, Better's Delight Brown, 3-year-old colt out of Zingara for Mrs. KJ Purden. TF Henderson, RM Baker, Clearview Racing Syndicate number 1. Solid Gold Standardbreds and Mrs. C. Norsbaum. Barry Purden trained at Clevedon, and Sean Grayling. The totes. 9 Rory McIlroy, $24.50 and $3.70, $24.50, $3.70. The 7 Wrangler, $1.90, $1.90, and 8 Laredo Torpedo, $1.50, $1.50. Quinella, $109, $109. Trifecta, $893.90. $893.90, and the first 4, 9, 7, 8 and 4 accumulator. Provisional at this stage, $1,132.70, $1,132.70. 4 and 9 Blood and Whiskey into Rory McIlroy, the double, $32.30. 32.30, 4-7 concession, $9.50, $9.50, and the 249 early treble Mo Casino Blood and Whiskey Rory McIlroy, $1,217.10, $1,217.10. Race 4 on the card is the Sweet Lou at Woodland Stud Mobile Pace, 2,200 metres. West Wind Flyer number 1 is the Defection. Nowhere Else number 8, 391.10. The favourite, 7 Joe's Dream, 482.60. 2 Minstrel Boys, 6 and $1.90. 5 Killer Queen, 6.10. and $1.70. Gear changes will see Joe's Dream, number 7, with the sliding blinds on and the blinds coming off for racing tonight. The 4th is time to go at 7:38.
One, she did actually sort of sneak through the inside to lead, but she was actually off the rail about 3 widths, and she was a bit wide on the turn. She was in Class 1 for a long time, Opawa Smoke. It'll be interesting to see how she goes in box 7 into Class 3 for the first time. And Let's Go Sprite was a lucky 4th last week. The dog is reasonably useful, but box 6 is going to be a test, and as I say, should have run 3rd last week. There was a lot of trouble in that race, and that's how he got into the race, but Chambo outfinished him in the straight. Loading up race 7, Wanganui Toyota Class 3 Heat 2. Good carry forward in the first 4. We've got a double treble in place 6 starting here. And we've got a favourite of the 4, Smash Allegro, looking for 3 straight wins off box 4. Nearly there. Racing, Smash Allegro wins the jump here, although going with it was Big Time Runnings and Homebush Olive the inside. Now Downgrade King starts to power into it. Then we've got Opar with Smoke. Round the outside of them to Corborn Frost, and the 2 have tailed off Mary Blue Blood and Let's Go Sprite on the corner. Smash Allegro in front. Downgrade King comes out after it. Then Big Time Runnings, Homebush Olive. 4, 3, 2 and 1. The first 4 to go by. Next then was Corborn Frost. That was 5th. 6th was Opar with Smoke. Probably 7th, Let's Go Sprite. And last in, Mary Blue Blood. Time will be all right here. Smash, he's just right on his game. He's humming off the lids. 6.95's the lead up, and he's run right through the line here. And that time will balance up in a moment or two. Pretty much race over from the hop. Big Time Runnings tried to go with him. Downgrade King got into the clear early enough, ran into a clear second over Big Time Runnings and Homebush Olive. It's come up at 17 and 56. What was he last week? 52. So yeah, that would suggest that even for the cold and even for the rain, that this track's running, about the same. If you draw a line through him, it's only a touch slower. 10.61 the run home here. And it's 4, 3, 2 and 1. And he'd cleared them at the first bend, taken the box out of the equation like he did on Monday. And Downgrade King bursting around the outside of Big Time Runnings. And then Homebush Olive. Only thing we haven't got so far, the margins, which I haven't seen flash up as of yet. It's win 28 for this dog, start 137. He's got a very impressive strike rate this course and distance. 3.5 was the winning margin by 1 3/4. And back to 4th, 1 1/4. Smash Allegro, 3 in the week by collision out of Hi-Fi Allegro. Lisa Ahern's trained that winner, and that makes her 100 for the season at a really good strike rate, so well done to the team there. John McInerney passed that milestone not too long ago, obviously with more runners. We'll have the result very shortly, because very soon we are taking you back to Addington Raceway for one of the features, certainly the feature trot tonight at Group 3 level. It's the Canterbury Park Trotting Cup. Yaldhurst Hotel. Amaretto Sun is the $3.80 favourite. Greg O'Connor's numbers are 1, 10, 9 and 8. He's going with Alleyway, and we'll be back with Greg and Mark right after this.
Sir Lincoln, today sire. Sir Lincoln, confirmation, pedigree, performance.
It is pick 6 time here at Addington Raceway. Trotting feature, the Canterbury Park Cup, won by some of the best over the years, and runners on the track to complete their preliminaries. Good luck to you if you are playing in to the pick 6 tonight. With a bit of luck, it might get past 40,000. We're going to catch up very shortly with Matt Markham from the Harnessed magazine. Big short has been alleyway into $5 from an opening quote of 9, but have a look at this. 9 going to the post, and 8 of those under a quote of $10, and Quite a Moment is a $10 chance, and of course Jags Invasion the only one outside of that, so 8 of them under the $10 quote and $21 for it. 55th running of the Oldhurst Hotel Canterbury Park Trotting Cup over the 2,600 metres at the Group 3 level, and last year a couple of runners come out of it. 4th was Shimon, and 5th last year was Alleyway. Matt Markham's joined us from Harnessed, and as you've got in your hot little hand there, the latest magazine out, gives a look at the front cover, and yeah, great to have grass track racing back, Matthew.
Had to be Meth Greg.
Yeah, of course it did. What do you make of this year's Canterbury Park Trotting Cup? Because it's an opportunity for horses to put their hand up outside, of course, of Mombay.
Yeah, definitely. It's a very interesting contest, as we're seeing by the final field market there, as you said, with so many runners under single figures. The key to the race is the first couple of 100 metres and just that early jostling for position, and a lot of the race is going to depend, I think, on what Amaretto's son does from behind the tape, because if he trots away, I would expect Cherie Tomlinson to press forward like she did the other week and look to find the top, and if Maddie Williamson's in front with Alleyway, he's told me the lead will be there for her. So yeah, it'll be interesting, that first couple of 100 metres.
Certainly. She comes out of a mobile last time, of course, and last time she was in a stand, and a couple of times we've seen, although his record suggests it's very good, he's won 8 races from a stand, that he can be a little bit iffy, and he is a few weeks between runs.
Yeah, he is, and he does. He looks very fresh out there. He's just gone past us now, and he's keen, and he's up on the nickel. So if he steps away, he's a big chance, but you'd leave me out of $3.80. I'd want a wee bit more to invest on if I was having a bet on him.
Yeah, he's a $9 chance, of course, in the Haraz de Trotters Dominion. There's a suggested way you might want to play the pick 6, 1 and 10. Look, we're going to hear from Ricky May very shortly about the chances of Quite a Moment. In fact, if we've got that standing by, we might go to that now, because he was quite bullish about her chances. Well, while she's fresh up here, Ricky, she's actually trialled really nicely.
Yeah, really happy with her, Greg. You know, Greg is too, so it'll be interesting to see how she goes, because, you know, like I said, I'm really happy with her. So, well, you know, I think she's definitely got a first 4 chance anyway.
Of course, placed in the Great Southern Star, won by a Speeding Spur. She's a bit of quality, and she's a $26 chance in the Dominion, and she was second in this race last year.
Yeah, and I've seen her go a couple of times at the trials and workouts in recent weeks. She come to Meffin, was very impressive there, I thought, and then went to Ashburton behind Zachary Binks a couple of weeks ago, and I just like the way she found the line. Ricky really never asked her to extend, but there's just that wee bit of confidence talking to Greg Hope about her. He's very bullish about the way she's come back this season.
There's a result of the 7th there from the Wanganui Dogs, 4, 3, 2 and 1, descending order there, dividends on your screen. All right, so if we're playing pick 6, how many do we need in the first leg?
I think you want to get through it, Greg, obviously, as you do with any pick 6. So
do we need her?
Yes, I think we do, because if something silly happens up front and they go ridiculously quick, she's got the speed to get over the top of them. So definitely Sunny Ruby. I'm playing around Alleyway, Amaretto's son. I'm chucking in Quite a Moment, because I think she could be a bit of value. Sunny Ruby, and also 1 Over the Moon.
What about the Northerner Reel Me In? He's put 2 together. He comes down here. Of course, Matthew Pemberton, they've been successful in this race many, many years ago, almost 20 years ago with Buster Hanover. But Reel Me In's in good form. This will be a good barometer for him.
Yeah, well, they're going to know where they're at. I was at Alexandra Park a couple of weeks ago when he won up there, Greg, and he really impressed me, just the way he strode out, and you could tell he wanted to find the line, and he's got to be a player if things go his way. We know that he can be a wee bit iffy sometimes, but he's a serious racehorse.
All right, what about the Canterbury Classic? How do we line up the Purdon trio? Because even speaking to the master himself, Mark Purdon, he's not totally convinced that one should be ahead of the other.
No, and there's been a lot of talk about, obviously, Lazarus, but I was quite taken by the run of Have Faith in Me in the New Brighton Cup, so he's on top for me, but I think you need all 3, and maybe chuck in Chris and me as well.
All right, the most successful driver in the upcoming race has been Ricky May. October Pride, Bay Talent and Cedar Fella gets his chance with Quite a Moment. Of course, Dexter has won this before with the Fat Controller. That was back in 2009. Always appreciate your time, Matthew. Busy time ahead in the next month, so that publication's out. When does the next harness come out? Just prior to the Cup?
The next one will be out the week before Cup week, and there'll be plenty in there leading into the big day, so looking forward to putting that together.
And a rather large day next Sunday for you at the green surface with the Meffin Cup.
Yeah, looking forward to Cup Day. It's always a big day, and of course Brown Pub Meffin Punter of the Year, so well worth getting involved with if you're in the area.
Decent prize this year too for the winner.
$5,000 for the winner, so well worth getting involved in, and $800 for an entry for a team. That's your punting money for the day, so get in touch with Fiona or Gareth at the Racing Centre if you can.
Beautiful, thanks mate.
Cheers, Greg.
There he is, Matt Markham, editor of Harnessed. Mark, as I come up to you, you only need to look at that market. That clearly reflects just how even this year's Yoldhurst Hotel Canterbury Park Cup is.
It does, Greg. You've got Emirate Sun, the favourite, but Iffy off the stands. Alleyway will get a good run off the front and normally very good off the stands. And then Shimon and Sunny Ruby's looking to get back to her best. And with the right run, she's not a $7.50 or a $7.80 chance. She's probably half that. It's a great field. Yoldhurst Hotel, Canterbury Park Trotting Cup. Field of 9 over the 2,600 at Group 3. And Amaretto Sun, 420 the tote, 390 the book. Sheree Tomlinson and Ken Ford combine. Jags Invasion. John Dunn and Robert Dunn reel me in looking for the hat-trick. Comes to Addington for the first time this evening. Pacing bred son of Real Desire out of Colour Me In is Reel Me In. Now Alleyway's about to swing in. Amaretto Sun. Daryl Boko. Alleyway, Daryl Boko, the both front markers with Jags Invasion. Turning in. Pick 6 about to get underway. Racing. Amaretto Sun stepped the tape beautifully. They all did. First to go Alleyway, Jags Invasion goes up alongside Daryl Boko third. Amaretto Sun quickly to fourth and 2 lengths to Quite a Moment. Another 2 lengths to Sunny Ruby. Then 1 over to Moon. Reel Me In's gone into a bad break. We'll go back to last as Shimon went by him. The leader is Jags Invasion, 2 lengths Alleyway. Amaretto Sun running third on the outer from Daryl Boko. About 2.5 lengths to Quite a Moment, 1.5 Sunny Ruby. 3 lengths to 1 over to Moon and 2 lengths to Shimon. Reel Me In trotting again, but is the best part of 60 metres away last. It's Jags Invasion and John Dunn by 2 lengths. Second is Alleyway and Amaretto Sun ahead away third and pressing forward. 2 lengths away in fourth spot is Daryl Boko. About 3 lengths to Quite a Moment, 2 to Sunny Ruby. There's 6 lengths in front of 1 over to Moon, who's 2 lengths in front of Shimon. And then there's 15 lengths to Reel Me In. Jags Invasion keeps the lead, margin 2. Alleyway's in the trail and Amaretto Sun content to run third at the moment, a length on the outer. Daryl Boko 3 back the inside and Quite a Moment taking full advantage of Amaretto Sun, staying parked and went to the 1-1. Sunny Ruby 3 back the outside row, 6 lengths 1 over to Moon, 3 lengths Shimon and tailed off as Reel Me In. That is the order and they have 14.50 metres to go and it's Jags Invasion, a length and a half Alleyway. The lead time 1:17.9. Really good going for the trotters. Amaretto Sun's a length away third from Daryl Boko. Then Quite a Moment, Sunny Ruby, 1 over to Moon, tacks onto the main pack now, as does Shimon, but on the inside of 1 over to Moon, and tailed off is Reel Me In. The Yoldhurst Hotel, Canterbury Park Trotting Cup at Group 3 around to go. And it's Jags Invasion by 2 lengths on the trailing Alleyway, who's followed him everywhere. Parked up third, Amaretto Sun. 3 back the inside, Daryl Boko, 1 Quite a Moment. 4 deep on the peg, Shimon from Sunny Ruby, 1 over to Moon, and tailed off as Reel Me In. First quarter 30.8, 9.50 to go. And it's Jags Invasion turning to the back by a length and a half Alleyway. Amaretto Sun's a neck third, the other from Daryl Boko. Quite a Moment's had a good trip at her racetrack return tonight. She's 1 out and 1 back in front of Sunny Ruby. Shimon against the pegs, 1 length away, 1 over to Moon and tailed off as Reel Me In. Midway between turns and Jags Invasion ups it a bit more now. Second quarter, 30.7, half 61.5. Jags Invasion at the 600. Leads a length and a half. Amaretto Sun's been forced to breeze the entire way, now called upon. Alleyway, Wait Choose of the Terror to Love It, Pine Leaf Farm passing lane.
3 wide is 1 over to Moon. Then Quite a Moment, Daryl Boko, Sunny Ruby, 3 wide and 1 back. And Shimon between horses, last of the pack, and only about 5 lengths from them. Jags Invasion, loose reined as Amaretto Sun came up alongside. Third quarter in 30 seconds. Amaretto Sun ran to the top. Alleyway comes through. 1 over to Moon, held up Quite a Moment. Amaretto Sun leads past the 100. Alleyway's ahead to the inside. Sunny Ruby unwinds now. Amaretto Sun, Alleyway grabbed her. Sunny Ruby comes at the pair. Alleyway, Sunny Ruby drives and won it. Sunny Ruby cut it fine, but pinpoint accurately. Sunny Ruby nailed Alleyway and Amaretto Sun. Then Daryl Boko and Quite a Moment. Shimon 1 over the Moon. Last 2 Jags Invasion and Reel Me In. She's back. Perfect run. That was a go. Sunny Ruby. Number 8, $8 and $2.50. Gavin Smith. Last quarter 29, 2 minutes 0.5 for the last mile. Alleyway number 1's going to pay $1.70 and 6 Amaretto Sun at $2.40. Quite a Moment's had no luck. Daryl Boko's been sneaking home well. They draw to the line. Sunny Ruby goes bang and beats Alleyway by about a head. Amaretto Sun 3rd. I think Daryl Boko is going to run in 4th spot. And if you get the $8 in the run, Greg, you would have been pretty happy the way they scooted along, and the fact she's still 3 wide and 1 back following 1 over to Moon. It just unfolded perfectly for her. And to think back maybe a month, 2 months ago, she'd be paying $8. You would have got laughed at, but things went her way tonight and she was able to use that fine turn of foot she possesses.
Look, it was a case of Gavin Smith being in the right spot. I think it was an outstanding drive. He got onto the 3 wide line to follow 1 over to Moon, and she does have that potent sprint. And saying that, she didn't come as quickly as what she has done perhaps earlier in her career. She's got up to beat Alleyway by a very short margin, but he had every chance as well. And Amaretto Sun outstanding in 3rd. Judge's call, back to Alexandra Park on the back of that.
Sun. 4th has gone to 2, Daryl Boko. From 7, Quite a Moment. And 10, 1 over the Moon. 8, 1, 6, 2, 7, 10. The margin's ahead. A short neck, 1 1/4 lengths, half a neck. The winner's time was 3:17.9, a mile rate of 2:02.7. The last 858.6, last 428.8.
So Sunny Ruby gets back into the winner's enclosure after an okay run on Sunday on the grass, but I think the all-weather track suited her a lot better tonight, and we're getting that 3 wide with cover. And when she's saved for 1 run, she is lethal. Huge run. Alleyway good in 2nd. Amaretto Sun, he's justified as 2nd favourite for the Dominion Handicap. That was a massive run. Had a crack for the lead early, couldn't get it. Sat parked over 2,600 metres. He's probably been beaten a half length. Massive run, Amaretto Sun. Sunny Ruby, $8, $2.50. Alleyway up the passing lane, $1.70. Amaretto Sun, $2.40. Quinnella's $19. The trifecta, $154.50. And the first 4, 8, 1, 6, 2, $2,115.40. The quaddie on 3, 4, 3 and 8 is paid $659.60. Pick 6 tonight. And the Fast Track Insurance, pick 6, Sunny Ruby, runner number 8 in the first leg, and there's 9,721 live, chasing down 40,000. I hope you are one of those 9,000 going into the second leg. 4th race here at Alexandra Park's not far away, or only 2.5 minutes away. I think No Way Else is a cracking bet here at the $4.10. Good enough to sit parked out 2 starts ago on a 240 speed and just out-toughed them. Tried to do the same thing last week and got beaten a nose by a horse that is pretty smart in Naylor. So No Way Else, probably go back off the gate and have to work mid-stages, but he's good enough to do that. Danger's Joe's Dream, Minstrel Boy, and Zach Butcher drives Killer Queen. Zach, you drive Killer Queen. Now the form line says pulled up last start, had a fibrillation, got the vet certificate to start tonight, so let's hope that she can turn that form around.
Yeah, definitely. I must have been driving her too hard previous to that race. But, she's an honest man. She has been racing well if you scratch that run out of it, and she's tough, and, put her in the right posse tonight. She sticks on pretty well.
She does stick on okay, and she usually goes pretty forward off the gate. But, gee, this is a pretty quick front row. Minstrel Boy, we know he'll be looking for the front. Salish Abernathy, this horse is just a free runner, so it's drawn the inside. It'll go forward. Killer Queen can. Joe's Dream's very quick off the gate as well, so they may run along a little bit early Following out Minstrel Boy is He's Novak, and should get a nice run, second of the Anna Donnelly runners. So this is a good field. It'll be a good form race this, the Sweet Lou at Woodland Stud Mobile Pace over the 2200 metres. My numbers are 8 on top in front of 7, 5 and 1. Aaron's 8 on top as well to beat 2, 5 and 9. If you just joined us here at the park tonight, the first 3 races. The first taken out by Mo Casino. Got up the passing lane for Ben Butcher and Stephen Reid to take out race number 1. Blood and Whiskey did a good job winning race number 2 tonight. And the third tonight was taken out by Rory McIlroy. He didn't have much luck in the Ryder Cup, but he's had a bit of luck here tonight at Alexandra Park. Race 3, number 9, Rory McIlroy. Aaron, what has it come to? The fourth tonight. Good field this. Gee, no way else, isn't it? Racing well at the moment. Sitting parked in his last 2. He doesn't mind doing it tough.
2 go-rounds, including that win 2 starts ago. Mark Johnson, of course, employed by Anna Donnelly, so he's had plenty of time with this horse as well. He drove it last week when beaten and nose right on the line by Naylor. I thought he'd got the win, but the judge's photo said otherwise, so let's hope he can certainly go one better here. No Way Else over the 2, Minstrel Boy, who ran into No Way Else 2 starts back, comes up with the right draw. Salish Abernathy tonight. 5 Killer Queen, I'm willing to forgive that fibrillation last time. Zach Butcher and the 9 He's Novak's in the mix. He's another one that's racing well out of Anna's team. 8, 2, 5 and 9. My long shot tonight will stick with Strike the Gold, the 10. Runners come forward for Sweet Lou at Woodland Stud Mobile Pace. The 4th on Tropical Night for the Auckland Trotting Club. Good field here. Minstrel Boys drawn down on the inside of Lola Jones. Major change in the Auckland Trotting Club syndicate colours to its outside Killer Queen. Major Classic, Joe's Dream. And up on the outside is No Way Else, the race favourites, drawn the outside of the arm, and the second row draws He's Novak and Strike the Gold. 2 1/4 laps under the ribbon of light as the lights take over here at the park, and the green light flashes they're off. Killer Queen with Minstrel Boy, the first 2 out. Minstrel Boy has very good gate speed to hold that advance of Killer Queen, who drops to take the early trail. They're followed by He's Novak. Then Lola Jones with Joe's Dream getting around that. Strike the Gold back in the field with Major Change and Major Classic. And taken back to last was No Way Else as they scoot around the stables corner their first time. Minstrel Boy over Killer Queen. Up into a third is He's Novak and Scotty Phelan. 1,800 metres left to go. A break of 4 lengths, Joe's Dream, and there followed them by Lola Jones. 2 1/2 away to Strike the Gold. Major Change on the outside of Major Classic, and 2 lengths to the race favourite. No Way Else the last as they pace down to the 1,600 metres in the Sweet Lou at Woodland Start, and the lead time posted in 45.3, so a gentle lead for a Minstrel Boy. Now Strike the Gold is looking to progress forward out 3 wide, as to No Way Else. In the meantime, Killer Queen getting the nice drag in the trail, and He's Novak 3 back on the inside. Joe's Dream about to get the shuffle up to be 3 back in the running line as No Way Else gets outside the leader. Back in the field then to Major Classic on the marker line. To its outside Lola Jones. Major changes the last as they swing into the lane with a lap and a quarter left to go. Minstrel Boy with No Way Else right there on the outside. The opening quarter 32.2. Nice run in the trail to Killer Queen, and in the 1-1 is Strike the Gold, and 3 back on the inside as they work down to the Judge Bell, and 1 to go He's Novak. Joe's Dream in the running line. Back on the inside Major Classic. 1,000 metres left to go as they stride onto the stables corner, and back second last Lola Jones, and on its back Major Changes the last for Morris McKendry. 900 metres left to pace, and in front Minstrel Boy with No Way Else, the race favourite, again sitting parked with 800 metres left to go. The second quarter 31.5. Back over on the inside Killer Queen. It's stablemate Strike the Gold in the 1-1. He's Novak on the inside of Joe's Dream. Major Classic the inside of Lola Jones. Major Change the last 600 out. And the leader still Minstrel Boy. Salish Abernathy. No Way Else pressuring hard the outside. Killer Queen will wait the passing lane. Strike the Gold's in a striking 1-1 spot tonight. Then He's Novak. Joe's Dream's got the back of the 1-1. Back over on the inside with 400 left to go. Major Classic. Lola Jones. Major Change 28 and 4 the back straight quarter. No Way Else just gets his nose in front now of Minstrel Boy. Strike the Gold. Joe's Dream getting to the the outside. Killer Queen passing lane. No Way Else. Minstrel Boy. Killer Queen strike the gold. He's Novak coming through, and Joe's Dream down the outside. No Way Else. Minstrel Boy. Killer Queen through on the passing lane, and Joe's Dream out wide. A great finish coming up. Killer Queen, she bounces back straight away. Killer Queen to beat No Way Else and Minstrel Boy third. They were followed by Joe's Dream and He's Novak. Then Major Change, Major Classic, Strike the Gold. Didn't find anything. Lola Jones the last. 245.8. Homan 28.2. Killer Queen, things didn't go right last time when she had that heart fibrillation. But, she's been given 3 weeks to get over that. She's been given a lovely drive here by Zach. Just pressured enough in the early stages to find the back of Minstrel Boy. From there she settled beautifully. She's come through on the passing lane to get the win. No Way Else. He'll go down bravely again tonight. Minstrel Boy for third. Joe's Dream running home nicely for fourth in front of He's Novak and the Sweet Lou at Woodland Stud Mobile Pace.
Official placings, race 4, the Sweet Lou at Woodland Stud Mobile Pace. 582.796. 582.796. Horse 5, Killer Queen, paced the 2200 metres in 245.79. Mile rate of 21.2. Last 856.7. 428.2. The margins are half length, a head, a short neck. 582.796. Race 4, the Sweet Lou at Woodland Stud Mobile Pace.
Yeah, it's good to see her bounce straight back. Killer Queen after her problems in her last start for Lincoln Farms Limited. D. James, MJ Brereton, KJ Bell, S. Beckett, IA Middleton, JR Dias and BP Rabbit, the owners. Ray Green trained out of Pukekohe and Zach Butcher doing the driving. Rock and Roll Heaven, Party Girl Becky, Black 4-year-old mare. Kelvin Home Holdings Limited, the breeders of Killer Queen, and scores nicely in the Sweet Lou at Woodland Stud. Charlotte Mooney down there part of the victory celebrations for Woodlands, and Peter May, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, in attendance. 8 No Way Else, El Sue, and Never No Way Black, 6-year-old gelding for second, raced by the Piercies, TK and Mrs. AA. Arna Donnelly trained at Cambridge and Mark Johnson. 2 Minstrel Boy for third. Art Major, Just Another Lover, 7-year-old bay gelding. Ms. C.M. Wigg, the owner. Cherie Wigg trained out of QMU, and Sailesh Abernathy. The totes will see 5 Killer Queen return $4.60 and a $1.60, $4.60 and $1.60. 8 No Way Else, $1.50, $1.50, and 2 Minstrel Boy, $1.90, $1.90. Quinella, $10.60, $10.60. Trifecta, $66.40, $66.40, and the 5, 8, 2 and 7 Joe's Dream first 4, $243.80, $243.80. We move to race 5 on the program tonight. The Temperate 75 Junior Drivers Mobile Pace is over 2,700 metres. There are no scratchings. Early favourite 3 Tassie's Devil, 281.40. 4 Snow Raker, 470, 270. 7 Shell Shock, 570 and 280. 9 Elliot Daniel, 620 and $1.20. Booming Jet number 8, 11 and 290. Race 5 is time to go. It's 6 minutes after 8.
That's fixed, and $1.70 on the tote. Now, if he doesn't quite get it right at the start, then this whole race changes. But so far he's been reliable, even in his only miss. He was still up on the pace. He just didn't quite clear them. Last week there was no problem with that because he ran such an extraordinary opening sectional. There's Good Genes. He's been in pretty good form. He's won a couple recently. Stepped into Class 3 last week and ran a fair fourth. Corborn Rowan ran past him in the straight. He's been up to Class 4 twice, so theoretically Class 3 shouldn't faze him, but it's not a bad field, and he's drawn the outside of Allegro Lass. You just think there's going to be a bit of a challenge for Good Genes with pace on its outside coming across as well, in all likelihood. And I think we've been through them all. Met My Run, as I say, he's actually got a good record here this course in distance, but each of his wins has got slower, and he's been racing over the middle distances, and he does like to run across toward the rail. Greyhound's called forward race 8. It's the Wanganui Chronicle Class 3 Heat 3. And off the inside is Homebush Zane, followed down by Good Genes in the 3. Gold Rug K Martin and Map My Run the 7. And they are in. Then Allegro Lass, Corborn Midget, Scooters Rose and Lover into $1.70 the tote, $1.80 the book. You want to see him first off the 8, that's Lover, set. Racing, Lover's missed the kick tonight, and Corborn Midget accelerates to the lead, going hard the inside. Homebush Zane, here's Lover around the outside, trying to recover. They'll be followed through there by K Martin. Good Genes is back in behind these runners, well back in the race as they come to the corner. Here was Map My Run, Allegro Lass on the corner. Lover looms up to Homebush Zane, still wins. Lover from Homebush Zane. Third to go by was Map My Run, dashed at them late there and headed off Corborn Midget. Followed in there by Good Genes and a heap of them, with K Martin, Scooters Rose and Allegro Lass. He's missed the kick in one. What can't he do then? Only a 6.92 lead up, and that wasn't even him. 10.82 run home, 17.74. Well, who cares how he does it if you've backed him? He's got over the top of Homebush Zane. And Map My Run's dived into third ahead of Corborn Midget, 8.17 and 4. Giving you the time details, nothing like last week, but it's still been a fairly extraordinary win from Lover, who can't stop winning. Well, he looked gone from the hop. Now, 7 goes in on the 6, and the 6 fought back there. I say fought, but not fought in that way, just held up, and Lover had to do the work himself, and he came across on a few. And he got under Corborn Midget easy enough, and he still had to get around Homebush Zane, and he's done it. He's by Flying Stanley out of everywhere for the Loverboy Syndicate, and one of them, Elizabeth Whelan, is, I think, at Alexandra Park with the Wanganui administration, because they're all up there this weekend for the Greyhound Racing New Zealand Awards dinner and also annual general meeting. So hi to you all up there. And I'm sure there are a few shrieks and screams there, with Lover beaten off the lids but still wins. 1 3/4, 1 1/4 and a neck have been the margins. So he's not a one-trick pony, or he hasn't been tonight, that's for sure. Paul Freeman brings him back at the head of the fields, trained by his partner Angela Turnbull. $1.80, $1.50. 1 Homebush Zane, 2.37. Map My Run, 2.20. Quinella, 10.70. Trifecta, 56.20, and an 8.174 first four, $239.10. Double 4 and 8, $3.70. That was Smash Allegro, 4-1 concession, $10.20. And there we have it. The 8th and our 9th first leg of the Lake Quaddy Pella Mountain Scientific Nutrition Class 3, 520 metres. Is time to go at 8:14, but we are heading to Addington Raceway. We're 5.5 minutes out from the next on a very exciting card tonight, Greg. And the 6th tonight, I see you're going for Brilliant Strike. He's been backed and beaten twice up, but third up, you think he should be tight and fit and ready to rumble?
Yeah, evening, Mark. I do. He dropped back in grade. Not that that's so relevant, although he's come up with a better barrier draw as a result. And his 2 runs, we heard from Blair Orange. He said, look, I probably got them round the wrong way. Should have driven them cold first up and a bit more forward second up, and just the race patterns didn't allow that to happen. Tonight I think he'll go forward. He should get the lead if he finds the markers. He should be winning this race. He's still in the New Zealand Cup market at $101. Here's an update of the Kiwi Punters Championship. It is heat number 9, and Harley Quinn is off and gone. 2,638, 1,500 odd. A clear of Under the Radar, Need for Speed at 9.30, and Arden up 8.68. So that is the way things sit at the moment in the Kiwi Punters Championship. Just some news on the 3-year-old. Spoke to Mark Purdon about More the Better. He's sort of pretty precariously placed building towards the Sire Stakes final off the back of his heat win last night. He is eligible to start in the heat in a fortnight's time, but he will draw the outside. He's favouring that at this stage, so there's a very good chance he'll go there. Obviously on the Rantan will be in that heat too. Mark thinking 4, maybe 5 of the All-Stars will be there, and Tiger Thompson, very impressive winner of race 3, will also be there. There's Blair Orange. He made this clearly his best drive of the night, and he should be winning this. Brilliant strike. Of course, Paul Court trains a couple in it, the other to be driven by Ricky May. Well, Ricky, while you haven't driven her too many times, I think it's only your second race day drive on her. She's done a great job.
Yeah, she's going super. She's got a lot of gate speed, as you know, but just had to play that by ear. But you think she does stand a bit of a chance to get in the first 3.
Short but sweet there from RT May. Will she be able to get across some of these at the start? Possibly. In a lower grade, you would have said yes, but yeah, she's in a tough grade at the moment. Understand she may well be in foal, or going that way anyway. Going to go to Terra to Love, and I think Expressive Victor might be heading that way too, but we might catch up with Paul Court and try and confirm that before the box seat next Wednesday, where we will review not only the Canterbury Park Cup, which has just been run and won by Sunny Ruby, but also, of course, the Canterbury Classic. There's Qatari Yale in wonderful form. Gavin Smith looking to go race to race after winning that cup with Sunny Ruby. Qatari Yale's gone back-to-back and now 7 from 22. That's a pretty good horse's record. And at 9,721.56 are live in that pick 6. So Delness Exchange has got barrier 1. There's the 10 Louis Risk. Now he follows through Delness Exchange. She should be able to hold her own from there. But Louis Risk was really good here last time. Mark Jones drives for Brent Borkowski, who trains him these days. He's the winner of 8 races. And from that barrier draw, he's not a forlorn each-way chance in this. He's 13s, now 11s and $2.80, $10 with the book. If some of the others find traffic problems, then he is a definite each-way prospect, definite trifecta and first 4 hope, because he does have the speed to put himself in this. As does Delightful Dash. She is only one away from a drop back, but she has been good in her 2 runs to date behind Ideal and Diamonds and Qatari Yale. From barrier 8 with the Scratching of Tango's Delight, will she be pressing forward from out there? Well, you never quite know with Dexter Dunn. Ken and Tony Barron looking for a double here tonight after Mighty Flying Major, who's some news on him. He is eligible for the Sales Series race at Kaikoura. He might have one more run before heading there. Of course, Kaikoura, their big 2-day meeting. It'll be 3 weeks on Sunday, Mark Mack, and we always talk about how quickly Kaikoura comes up. Well, once again, it's happening.
Has Rockford been on the phone asking for
he's already
more publicity?
mentioned, he's already said that in the last 2 weeks we've had absolutely nothing. So here we go, Premier Night, you've had your mention.
Let's mention the Ashburton Flying Stakes, which is coming up even before then.
Yes, absolutely, Mark. A couple of weeks to that, and yeah, it's always a wonderful meeting there with Meffin next Sunday. Yeah, there's nowhere to hide for the big bangers now.
No, there's not, and we'll get a guide on who's going to the Flying Stakes from yourself and the boys in the box seat on a Wednesday night, no doubt. I've gone for the 5 here. Brilliant Strike thinks he gets a chance to bounce back onto the winners list, returning to the mobile tonight. The 3's got to go, and I just love him. Qatari Yale. This goes honest races all the time. $7.40 and $2. $9 if you want him on the option. We've got a place price about him. Let me just click there. $2.20. He's worth something each way. Gavin Smith retains the drive, not surprisingly, after the way he drove him to victory and pinched it last time. 6 Beyond Belief and number 9 Delightful Dash to round out the first 4. Whistle's gone for race number 6. The Walker Davey Sorrells mobile pace over the 1950. Delightful Dash will lead them forward. Vela Laster and Beyond Belief. Brilliant Strike, Ideal Arden, Kotari Yale, Smithy and Delness Exchange, and the back row runner is Louis Risk. who did run a closing third behind Expressive Victor last time. Thus is 11 and 240 for this. The gate's on its way. Delightful Dash, start 54 for her this evening. Valalaster comes up, she returns from a spell. Beyond Belief, Brilliant Strike, Ideal Arden. Smithy second up from a spell also. Started second favourite, went seventh behind Mongolian Hero in a fresh condition. Did Smithy. Gate to the back. About 150 metres from getting underway. This precedes the first leg of the quaddie. Also the running of the Christian Cullen Canterbury Classic. Good field it is for the sixth, and they're all set. Green light racing. Down S Exchange, Kotari, Yale both the way fast, and Beyond Belief flew out from out wide. Valalaster fourth, and then came Smithy, and a length and a half Ideal Arden from Louis Risk and Brilliant Strike. And Delightful Dash has been taken back to last, but importantly is right on the back of the favourite. Beyond Belief with that turn of toe out of the gate. She leads by a half a length over Katara Yale, keen to take her on and find the top. The front's there for him too. Down S Exchange will go three back the inside shortly from Valalaster, who's one off in front of Smithy. Then Ideal Arden, Louis Risk and Brilliant Strike, and a length and a half to Delightful Dash. Lead time 23.9. Looking for the hat-trick, it's Katara Yale and Gavin Smith by a length and a half. Up running second is Valalaster. And third over on the leader's back is Beyond Belief. Three wide, Louis Risk went around Smithy, and Brilliant Strike comes forward with a trail. Delightful Dash is on the move, and the last two are Down S Exchange inside of Ideal Arden as they run the turn out of the straight in the first quarter in 30.9. Louis Risk has charged up outside of Katara Yale, who keeps the lead, and the pace is on. 2 lengths away, but three wide, Brilliant Strike. Valalaster's running fourth, the middle, and over next to the inside is Beyond Belief. 3 wide and 1 back is Delightful Dash, and then came Smithy, Down S Exchange and Ideal Arden. Louis Risk drew a neck, now a half a length on Katara Yale. A length and a half away third, Brilliant Strike from Valalaster. Delightful Dash is 3 wide and 1 back from next to the inside, Beyond Belief driven up. And then Smithy between horses from Ideal Arden and Down S Exchange. 27.7 through the second quarter. 58.6 for the half, 4.50 to go. Katara Yale leads ahead on Louis Risk. 3 wide, Brilliant Strike, who was out there with no friends through that 27.7 section. Valalaster dropped into the trail. Beyond Belief dropped off. Delightful Dash has been the big winner. She's been 3 wide and 1 back through that from Smithy, held up. Third quarter, 29.4. The leader, Katara Yale. Brilliant Strike still coming. Valalaster's getting through on the inside from Delightful Dash. Leaders now, Brilliant Strike. Delightful Dash is a length away. Brilliant Strike, he should be out on his feet. He's still kicking. Delightful Dash. He's not going to get him. Big effort. Brilliant Strike won it. Beat Delightful Dash and Katari Yale. Then Valalaster. Next in Smithy from Ideal Arden. Louis Risk, Down S Exchange and Beyond Belief is the last one in. Number 5, Brilliant Strike, won 61.20. 9, Delightful Dash at $1.80, and Katari Yale at $1.90. Big efforts, first and third. The winner's been 3 wide on a 27.7 second quarter. They've gone 29.1 on the way home. 157.1 for the last mile, and 3 wide from there on out. Delightful Dash is on his back. She's run on as she always does, and Katari Yale, who got attacked in the lead, has been good enough to run third, and Valalaster, who sat parked for part of the way and was fresh up, she darted through on the inside and looked a possibility also. This has been one heck of a win, Greg, after first 2 runs back where he's obviously taken plenty of benefit from it. To be 3 wide on a 27 second quarter. Let's just have a look how fast that stacks up to other 1950-metre races. Yeah, it's by far the quickest second quarter ever to be run over the 1950, eclipsing the 28.3 previously.
And you could feel the pain that not only Brilliant Strike, probably Blair Orange trainer Paul Corcoran and backers of this horse. That's a terrific win. He hasn't won in 13 months, but tonight he's had to do more work than any other horse in the race, and he has been too good for them. A wonderful win. Win 9 at start 31. The time will be exceptional.
Dash. And third, 3, Kotari Yale. Fourth has gone to 7, Valalaster, from 2, Smithy, and 4, Ideal Arden. 5, 9, 3, 7, 2, 4. The margin's half a neck, 1 3/4 lengths, a long neck, 1 length. Winner's time was 2:20.9, a mile rate of 1:56.3. The last 858.1, last 428.9.
Super performance by Brilliant Strike, the 5-year-old by Shadow Play. Shadow Play had a couple of winners here at Alexandra Park last weekend. This one trained by Paul Court, and the favourite carries many of the pick six tickets through the second leg. Paid 161.20. Delightful Dash 180. Qatari Yale 190. Great time there, 220. The Quinellas paid 550. Trifecta 16.20. First four 5937, $259.40. The doubles paid 14.30. The concession 14.50, and the treble was paid $27.30. Give you an update in pick six after the first two legs. Sunny Ruby up Brilliant Strike, 6,799 live going into the third leg. Race number 5 here at Alexandra Park is for the junior drivers. The favourite here is Tassie's Devil over Snow Raker. Tassie's Devil trained by one of the nice guys in Robbie Hughes, and Ben Butcher takes the drive. Of course, Ben had a win in the first aboard Mo Casino. This bloke loves the 2,700 metres. A lot of his form is over the extreme distance, and he is your favourite here at Alexandra Park. 360, 290 on the book, on the back of a very good third behind Janet Guthrie at Cambridge. And prior to that, beaten a short margin behind Rangi Rangdu. Tassie's Devil, the winner of 4, is your favourite for race number 5. Runner number 4 is Snow Raker. If the boys and girls can get a shot of runner number 4, Snow Raker. This one trained by Adrian Matthews. And Erin Isherwood, I thought it was her first drive, but understand she's actually had 1 or 2 drives already. Drove this at the workouts last Saturday to win, did Erin. Snow Raker for Adrian, and very, very impressive, I thought, Snow Raker. If I was sitting back now in the TAB, or you're picking up your phone, you're going to have a little each-way bet here. Snow Raker's the bet. Really good at the workouts last week. Has gate speed and a good draw. I expect it to go forward here. If it can get the front and not a lot of pressure, Snow Raker's the horse to beat. And at $4 is backable. 4 and 220, runner number 4, Snow Raker. I went 4 to beat 3. 9, Elliot Daniel will be the best outsider in the field at the $9 because he's a real good stayer, and if they go hard and go to war like the juniors can do, if he stays out of the rush, 9, Elliot Daniel's the best value. As I say, the $8.70, $2.20 a place, definite include, and I put the stablemate Booming Jet into the top 4. So 4-3-9-8, 4-3-9-8 for race number 5. The Temperate 75 junior drivers Mobile Pace, the last leg of the first quaddie. Aaron's numbers, he's 4-3-8-6, 4-3-8-6. He's got Snow Raker on top as well for Erin Isherwood. Aaron, as I come to you, just watching that last race at Addington, Brilliant Strike, super performance there, and of course we're not far away from the big bangers going around Lazarus and Have Faith in Me. Going to be a great race.
Will be one at who are you with tonight, Craig? I thought I might have a sneaky on Smolder.
Well, Smolder's the value in the race, isn't he? He was at luckless last start, but yeah, Lazarus, Have Faith in Me. It'll depend on the standing start, Aaron, with Have Faith in Me. If he can't get away from an 8-horse field, he's in all sorts of bother in a big field on New Zealand Cup Day, but I loved the way Lazarus got home last week. I thought it was sensational.
Yeah, it was brilliant, wasn't it? The road to the Cup. It's always exciting this time of the year, isn't it? And you can't believe how close that Cup is, Craig. I think every year we get older, it gets faster. Temperate 75 junior drivers here, yeah, with Snow Raker. Made it my value bet of the night here, and Isherwood having her third race night drive. If it can find the top and find a cheap lead, which it could in a field like this, it's going to be very, very hard to run down Snow Raker. They've got to go Cullen, 5-year-old for Adrian Matthews. 3, Tassie's Devil's got a good record over the 2,700 metres. Ben Butcher gets on well with the Robbie Hughes trained Lismara, 7-year-old. Booming Jet, I thought his run was very good last weekend behind Opo Tama. And 6 Alta Valencia, a chance here too for Robert Argue. 4, 3, 8 and 6 for me.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron. Snow Raker will start second favourite, $3.40. Money coming for it from the $4 about 2 minutes ago. Erin Isherwood taking a third drive in her early career. Good luck for her with Snow Raker. Let's head upstairs to Aaron for his call on race number 5.
2 3/4 laps under the ribbon of light here for the first of 2 junior drivers' races on the card tonight. Corroboree's drawn down on the inside. As the Alabar arm takes the field into the back for the Temperate 75 junior drivers. There now. Green light. Racing. Coming out nicely, up on the outside was Snow Raker from Speak Up, and between runners Tassie's Devil. Corroboree will take a spot behind those in fourth. They're followed on the outside by Elliot Daniels, got a nice drag through from the second line as they work across the showgrounds turn, and Tassie's Devil wanting to punch through and lead here from Snow Raker. Speak Up back on the inside. Back in sixth on settling down was Bourbon Street. They're followed Alta Valencia. Shell Shocked is back second last, and Booming Jet back last as they work down the lane. 2,200 to go. Tassie's Devil, Ben Butcher with up on the outside Snow Raker. Erin Isherwood looking for the lead. So work down to the judge with 2 to go. Back on the inside then to Speak Up as Snow Raker does get his head in front. He goes a half length in front, and on the stables corner will be in front of Tassie's Devil. So that'll leave Elliot Daniel out park for Trent Letherby. In the 1-1 is Bourbon Street in the hands of Sean Grayling, and 3 back on the inside Corroboree for Andrew Drake. A length off that Alta Valencia for Robert Argue in the last pair. Back against the marker line as they work up into the back was Booming Jet and Tony Cameron, and 2 hits outside Shell Shocked and Jack McKinnon. So through the back they go, and Snow Raker takes over. As the ears pricked by a length and a quarter, Tassie's Devil pressing up on the outside. Elliot Daniel now having a shot for the lead. Lead time 1:22.4, so there wasn't any loitering in the early stages of the race as Elliot Daniel pressing hard for the lead, and now will find it. That leaves Bourbon Street out park. Back on the inside to Speak Up. Alta Valencia now 1-1. Then Corroboree, Shell Shocked, and back last is Booming Jet. So the tempo's been good for the juniors. So they work to the lane with a lap and a quarter left to go. And in front is Elliot Daniel. Up on the outside now, Tassie's Devils come away from the markers to sit parked, and that has Snow Raker in the trail. 29.8 was the opening quarter. Bourbon Street with 1-1 cover. Speak Up back on the inside for Jacob Wallace at the judge with a circuit to go. Then came Alta Valencia back on the inside. Corroboree, Shell Shock back second last, been patiently handled. Will be enjoying the solid tempo though, one would imagine, as to Booming Jet with 900 metres left to pace. Where the leader Elliot Daniel from Tassie's Devil second and parked around Snow Raker at the 800 metre mark, the second quarter 32.3. 1-1 Bourbon Street around Speak Up, then Alta Valencia back on the inside. Corroboree, Shell Shocked is looking to come forward now for Jack McKinnon, and getting a ride home on the back of that is Booming Jet. 550 metres left to go. Elliot Daniel leads Tassie's Devil, Snow Raker. Here's Shell Shock getting around Alta Valencia, who's got up to these leaders quickly. Tassie's Devil's gone. Further back in the field to Booming Jet and Speak Up, and then Corroboree and Bourbon Street. Back straight quarter, 29.3. And the leader Elliot Daniel from Alta Valencia. Snow Raker waiting the passing lane. Shell Shock getting right into the contest there, followed Booming Jet. Alta Valencia sent for home. Shell Shocked a length away. Snow Raker now on the passing lane, and Booming Jet coming through. Alta Valencia in front. Shell Shock tries hard, and they're followed by Booming Jet, but Alta Valencia fourth up this campaign and comes away for a nice win. Alta Valencia beats Shell Shocked, and third over was Booming Jet. Corroboree may be just up for fourth in front of Snow Raker. Bourbon Street back in the field to Elliot Daniel, Speak Up, and the last across will be Tassie's Devil. 322.7, 28.7 the final quarter. Alta Valencia, the Mark III mare, Robert Argue for John and Joshua Dickey. Gets the prize here, win 2 at start number 7. Let Loose at the 550 when the moves came from the back from Shell Shocked and Booming Jet. It was always a race open to the back markers, and we can see that too with Corroboree getting up for fourth here too, just on the outside of Snow Raker. Temperate 75 junior drivers mobile pace. Good to have her back in winning form. Alta Valencia.
Official placings, race 5, the Temperate 75 junior drivers mobile pace. 678-145. 678-145. Horse 6, Alta Valencia, paced the 2,700 metres in 3:22.70. A mile rate of 2 minutes 0.8. Last 858, the 428.7. The margins 2.5 lengths, 1 1/4 lengths, 4 lengths. 6, 7, 8, 1, 4, 5, race 5, the Temperate 75 Junior Drivers Mobile Pace.
Alta Valencia back at the head of the field for Roslyn Stud Limited, the owners. Mark 3, Samantha Q Bay, 4-year-old mare. John and Joshua Dickey trained at Clevedon. Nicely handled by Robert Argue to come back at the head of the field. Wendell Arnett down there for Temperate 75. And Roger Barnes, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, down there part of the victory celebrations also. Alta Valencia, bred by the Alta Breeding Company Limited. 7, Shell Shock for second. The Jeremy's Jet, Shell Rocco, 5-year-old bay gelding. TR Vince, the owner. Tim Vince trained at Cumu. Jack McKinnon. 8, Booming Jet for third. Jeremy's Jet, Miami Boom Brown, 4-year-old mare. SJ Reid, the owner. Stephen Reid, Simon McMullen trained at Pukekohe. Tony Cameron. 6, Alta Valencia, $6.30, $1.90, $6.31.90. 7, Shell Shocked at $1.80, $1.80. And 8, Booming Jet, $2.80, $2.80. Quinella, $25.40, $25.40. The trifecta returns $340.30. $340.30. The first 4 partially struck, 6, 7, 8 and 1. With the corroboree returns $2,713.80, $2,713.80, $1,384 jackpotting through to the first 4 in race number 6. 5 and 6 in the double, $18.90, $18.90 Killer Queen. Now with Alta Valencia, the 5 and 7 Shell Shock Concession, $12, $12. The 4 Blood and Whiskey, 9 Rory McIlroy, 5 Killer Queen, and 6 Alta Valencia Quaddie, $8,453.90. $8,453.90, $338 will jackpot through to the Quaddie pool in here, race number 6 coming up for the first leg of the final Quaddie tonight. And race 6 is the Garage New Zealand Mobile Trot, our feature square gating event, take out for Charlemagne. The favourite is the Australian, Kai Valley Blur, number 8, David Butcher, 251.30, 7 Monet, 552.20, 2 Hot Chocolate Tart, 731.90, Idle Bones, number 6, 9 and 350, Paramount Dream, 960 and $2. Good luck with your bets in our feature tonight, the Garage New Zealand Mobile Trot. Time to go in 22 minutes' time at 8:37.